Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Leake Academy Rebel Football. Now, here is the voice of the Rebels,
Philip Palmertree.
It's time to get week 4 of Leake Academy Football 2024 going. The Rebels are 2-1 after breaking the Bio Colts in Cleveland last Friday, 49-13. LA showed Bio who's the boss from the beginning, converting a Joshua Gray interception on the opening drive into an early touchdown, and then keeping the pressure on all the way to a 35-0 halftime lead. Not only was the Leake offense rolling, but the Rebel defense put points on the board with a pair of pick sixes, one in the first half by Tyler Winstead and one in the second half by Braden Welch. Tonight, Leake faces Union High School. It's 4 years in a row now that the two neighbors have come together on the gridiron, and every meeting has featured big crowds, a festive atmosphere, and fierce football. Leake won the first meeting in 2021, but the Rebels have been stung by the Yellowjackets the last 2 years. Union has been at the top of MHSAA 2A play the last couple of years, but they have stumbled a bit in this season, starting out 0-2. Leake plans to keep putting points on the board, but they'll face some stirred-up Yellowjackets tonight at Thagard Field. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Wendy's Pregame. I'm Philip Palmertree. Billy Steen is our producer. Brooklyn Wade is our camera operator. Sam Rigby's on standby, and we all thank you for listening on Cruisin' 98, the Cruisin' 98 mobile app, streaming live at Kicks96news.com. You can click on the Listen Live tab for audio, but you can watch LA football on the Triple M Motors video stream available at Kicks96news.com. Clicking that link takes you to the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. Tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association. As always, we got a lot in store for you before kickoff at the top of the hour. We'll have the Junction starting lineups. Sam Rigby will help us size up the Union Yellowjackets. But first, we have an appointment with the Rebels head coach, Brian Pickins. All that and more is straight ahead as the Wendy's pregame continues from Boswell Media Sports.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health, providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist League, making your health care our #1 priority.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Whether you have a honey-do list or a big-time construction project, Small Town Rental is ready to deliver. From mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, tillers, augers, and so much more. You'll find Small Town Rentals on Highway 16 in Carthage, across from the hospital. And they even deliver so you can get results instead of excuses. Follow Small Town Rental on Facebook and find out how Blair Purvis, the guy with the pink gooseneck trailer, can help you reserve your equipment today. Tune in next time when you'll hear Little Bit say,
I'm meant for my daddy so he can buy me more horses.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
Welcome back to the Wendy's pregame. Download the Wendy's app to order food, earn points, save your favorites, and pay with your phone. We've got an appointment here with Rebels head coach Brian Pickins as we get ready for Leake to play Union High School at Thagard Field. And, Coach, it's good to have you on the line.
Always good to be up here.
Coach, always in this first segment, we take a look back at last week's ball game. Your team is 2-1 on the season now after thrashing Bio Academy 49-13 over in Cleveland. And I know a big part of the story of that game, kind of play that we got from our defense. We got some early points off a turnover, and then we just seemed to keep the pressure on the Colts all night on the way to the win.
Yeah, defensively, you couldn't ask any more of that group. At one point it was 49-0. I felt like they're getting to where we want them to be. That was the big point emphasis as we went into the preseason was, make our defense more physical. And we've had some physical practices, and it showed up Friday night that they came ready to play. I thought they were not only physical but very disciplined. You take the first interception, Joshua Gray makes it was off halfback pass, which especially that early in the game is an early down. That's an easy play for a cornerback to come up and help it on run support. And he recognized it, dropped, and he just got right up underneath that route, and I was able to pick it off, gave us the ball in great field position, and we were able to go down. It led to a touchdown, and throughout the first half, I thought our kids adjusted great. There was a lot of formations that we had not seen on film that Bio got into early in the game, and we were adjusting to it. We were making plays. I felt like we were getting great flow to the football. We were getting a lot of hustle. We were going to talk about linebackers later on, but our linebackers' flow to the ball was great. I thought our D-line did a great job of controlling the run game. That's what they were trying to do. When they tried to get on the perimeter, I thought our linebackers, the secondary, hemmed all that up, and then our secondary, just shut down the pass. So, like I said, I was very pleased with our defense, and especially when you've talked about putting emphasis on it, and then you get that type of performance, and I tell you something that we're going to really be able to build on as the season goes on. You mentioned the multiple looks that Bio presented. It was almost like a showcase of offensive football in different formations. They came out in a power I set, and then through the evening we saw shotgun spread look, one back, I think two backs a couple of times. We even saw what looked like flex bone triple option set, and you said there were a few things that were unexpected. When you get in a game and your defense faces, say, a formation, a set that's unfamiliar, what kind of prep helps those young men adjust right there in that moment? Well, first of all, you got your base defense, and off your base defense, you're going to, even the preset, you're going to line up to different formations, and you just, a lot of times defense, you're just making sure you're not going to get outflanked by something quick, and so they can adjust to it. And like I said, when you start talking about that that double slot look, it's something that we play it very similar to other things. So like I said, I thought they recognized it and did a great job. Biggest thing in today's football is your linebackers. Their keys. You go back 30 years ago. They keyed a fullback, and that fullback was sitting about 3 to 4 yards behind that quarterback, and that was the international key. Well, now with the shotgun, sometimes you have different keys. Now you just don't have that easy, that fullback. And so you think, well, if they went back to that, it'd be easier. Well, the linebackers a lot of times just aren't used to seeing that. We haven't seen an I formation, in a long time or all year. So now, they just have to kind of go off what they've been told, like maybe a couple of times, in the preseason of, here's fullback. But yeah, so
your base defense, it can adjust a lot of things. And what you want to see your kids do is kind of go back to those fundamentals, that base defense, and get lined up right. And that gives us a chance to look at it. And, off of that, a lot of times they will pop, maybe a long, a decent little gain. But that gives your coaches time to look at it. They're playing base, and they're able to, that allows us time to, get people more adjusted the way we want to adjust to it.
Well, when we return from the break, Coach Pickins and I will continue talking about defense. We're going to take a closer look at the Rebel linebacking core as we get you set for a 7 o'clock kickoff between Leake and Union High School. So stay with us as the Wendy's pregame continues.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper. Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station. Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank hovers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you. Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, sets, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there. Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Welcome back. We continue the Wendy's pregame with the Leake Academy Rebels and the Union Yellowjackets preparing to meet in a 7 o'clock ball game. We want to remind you Wendy's uses fresh, never frozen beef every hamburger every day. And we continue our conversation with Coach Brian Pickins. We talk about position groups in this part of the pregame show, Coach, and we want to put the spotlight on a group you've already mentioned when we look back at that win over Bio, and that was the linebacking core and how well they played both Friday night and in ball games previous to that. I know you're proud of that group.
Oh yeah, I always say linebackers. I mean that's your heart and soul of your defense. And we had a really good week of practice last week with them. Actually, I do a lot of the individual stuff with the linebackers and individually talk about them. But Kobe Kemp, was a sophomore last year. He started for us. Did a great job for us. But now he's got that experience. He's got that maturity to him. And, he's really making some big plays, especially in that middle. He's what we call our Mike linebacker. Most of the time he's going to be the guy that he's going to be the one to call the strong formations. He's the one that kind of adjusts the other linebackers, and he's really got a grasp on that. Understands what we want, what we want the defense to do with that. He's doing a great job of stopping the inside run games. Actually, Friday night he had a huge hit right there. They tried to run an ISO play. The gap opened up, and he just scraped right over the top and got right into that hole right there. But it was a big play for us. They put them in a third and long situation. They were trying to just get it into a third mid. It kept them in a third and long situation. He has a good eye for the ball. He's got to get from inside to outside as quick as he can, and he's doing a great job of doing his run fits on that type stuff. Then we have what we call our wheel linebacker. That's Grayson McDonald. Does a great job. Now, one thing we've done, we've kind of done some adjusting during the off season. We're doing a little bit different. For the average person, it looks like same defense. We're actually doing some new concepts in there. And Grayson has we've got a lot more flexibility with him with that wheel linebacker, and he's doing a good job fitting off of what our linemen are doing. And of course, he will line up inside in that middle. A lot of his stuff is a lot of edge stuff. He has stop stuff on the edge for us, and like I said, he's getting better every week. And last week, I saw him make some big plays for us, some big interior tackles and some perimeter tackles. And that was the point emphasis we wanted our linebackers. You guys are going to be in what I always call the green area. That means it's just a runner, grass, and you've got to make those open field tackles, and that's football. There's a lot of aspects of the game that people like talk about. The real aspect of the game is when you get battle. It's going to be the running back. He's out there by himself. You're out there by yourself. You got to make those open field tackles. And as a running backs coach, you're telling them, you got to make those open field moves to not get tackled in the open field. But he's really coming on and doing a great job for us. And in that aspect, and Friday night he had a huge game for us. Had a huge quarterback sack there on the third down play. We brought some pressure from the edge, and had a big sack for us. And then there at the end of the game, we'll kind of talk about those guys. At the end of the game, him and Braden Welch are force guys on the punt team, and it was a bad snap, and they were able to go back there and make something big happen. He hit the punter and ball shot out. Braden was able to scoop it. Well, not really scoop it, score. He caught and scored. But anyway, so he had a big game for us Friday night. And like I said, that's something that I think we're really building on as we go further in the season. Our outside linebacker, which we call our Sam backer, we're Tyler Winstead. We're utilizing him a little different. It used to be he was inside doing a lot of the run stuff. He's still got a lot of run responsibility, but now we kind of flexed him out because people do spread out, and there's some different things. They do RPO type stuff, screen things, and so we felt like we need to give him more flexibility. So he's another one of our adjustments we made during the off season with how his alignment and some of his keys on things. But he had a super game Friday night. As being as far as that Sam linebacker, he's got to set the edge a lot for us, and what that means is we've got what we call our primary support and our secondary support. And he's our primary support. He's got to set the edge, not let him have those big gaps to run in. And he is out there, as they say, in no man's land, where he's got to disengage a blocker and go make a play in open field. And had a super night Friday night for us. I saw him do that several times. Bio just wanted to get outside with their speed sweep, and then we talked last week that they had good speed. They were getting to these guys, and like I said, he was having to disengage and go out wider, make a play out there. Then he was also coming back inside looking for cutback, and I know he had a few, big stops there on cutback type support. And then, but the biggest play of the night for him would have been now. Like I said, I love seeing all of that. But the biggest play he had was the pick six there in the second quarter there to make it 21-0. But he's doing a really good job. Like I said, with what he's doing, he has to see so much stuff. It's a lot of pressure on him because we've got him involved interior with the run fits. We've got him involved outside with flats and pass coverage and then the screens. And he read that screen like a pro. They went just throw that little quick, what we call a little quick key screen out there. He saw it, broke on the ball, picked it off, and there was nothing between him but him and opportunity when he intercepted it. So and he made most of it. But really proud to see how he's playing this year. He started last year, had a good year for us last year, but I see he's really improved in his senior year, and he's doing, like I said, a super job for us there. And then Another guy he's more of a hybrid. I'm going to mention him. He'll get mentioned twice, and Tyler will get mentioned when you talk about the secondary. But we're kind of talking about what we're doing differently this year. Is we're doing a lot more what we call our rover back. This is the guy that we call him Rover for a reason. He's all over the field. He's roving, he's roaming around, and he may be on this side. He may be back deep, playing quarters coverage. He may be up playing flat coverage in a cover 3 look. He may be man on a cover 1 look, and he may be sitting there in our run support right there beside our linebackers. But Braden Welch, he had a good game the other night. Braden's one. He's got a motor. He's full speed wherever he goes, and this is his first year to play this position in that rover back, and he's really starting to come into his own, starting to understand exactly what we got to have, and he's doing a super job. And just like Tyler, he's out there. He's on the other side. A lot of times he's setting the edge for us. He may be coming from 10 yards back to set that edge. He may be coming from 2 yards to set that edge. But he's got to set that edge, and he's got to make a lot of open field tackles, out there on the perimeter. So he's doing a super job. And then, like I mentioned earlier, he did a great job of the run fits. But again, I know high school football players, they like it when they score. And on that last punt to make it 49-0. We call them our enforcers on that punt. They're making sure they're forcing that ball to be punted. They make sure there's no fakes, and you couldn't ask them to be in a better situation. Grayson went for the ball carrier. He's coming to make sure that the ball carrier don't get out of there. When Grayson hit the punter, the ball was shot 6 feet in the air. He made a good move because he hurdled both of them as he was catching the ball, and I don't think he was going to be denied of that touchdown. So I know he was fired up over that, but like I said, those guys are playing super. You hear me talk a lot about O-line steps and stuff. I know there was a few plays where, because of what they were getting into, we had those linebackers, especially Kobe and Grayson and Tyler. They were all in there, kind of tight in there. There was some times when they made their key step. It was in unison. It was every foot was on the ground at the same time, and they were like just a well-oiled machine flowing right to the football. And the coach, that's what I see the little stuff, because if they're making the right steps and it's going where the keys going, then the big plays are going to happen. But it all starts with the small stuff. And I got really fired up watching film this week, watching those guys, and everything was in unison, and you couldn't ask for any more. So it's a great thing for us to build on. We're we're going into week 4, but in our association, we've got the rest of the regular season, and then we've got a chance for a long playoff bracket. So I'm really excited as I see what this is going to build for the future with us as we go on. And you're looking at 2 of those guys are seniors, and 2 of those guys are just juniors. Kobe and Braden are juniors. Grayson and Tyler seniors. So when I say future, not only for the rest of the season, but actually for even going into next year. How good they're playing right now, and you expect that group to get a lot better as we go.
Well, Coach, one follow-up on that last thing you mentioned about Friday's ball game. You get ahead 35-0 at half, and even extend that lead in the third quarter, and then you get the opportunity as coach staff to put in guys who play second or deeper on the depth chart, scout team type guys. That's a really valuable thing for the development of those young men and the future of your ball club, isn't it?
Oh, you're exactly right. And I'm glad you said something about those guys. Those guys are so vital to a football program, because these are the guys that, they're over there a lot of times as, it's a lot of younger guys, and they bring so much to your program, because when you play Bio, when you play Union, when you play, Heritage, they have to be those teams. This is the group that they have to learn what this team does. And a lot of times you'll hear me say, they do a lot of different things, or they'll do a lot of, if you hear me say they do a lot of good stuff, they're doing things that's actually hard to get this group to do in a week. And this group, they'll wind up doing it. Monday, a lot of times, Monday you're putting in the game plan. Monday, it's an install time. Monday, it's an introduction to what your opponent's going to do, Friday. But Monday's also a time for these guys to walk through the plays that they're running. You know, what they spent the whole preseason working on in order to execute it. This group's having to work it out on Monday, and by Tuesday they've got to be able to give us a live look. Wednesday they've got to give us, you know, what we call a game-like look, and you know, so they do a lot of learning during the week, and they, you know, I always say those guys are essential to you Monday through Thursday. I mean, they're the most important thing ever, you know, and you know, I always emphasize them a lot of times in practice and things, but when you get in these coaching shows, you don't talk a lot about that group, but what that group does for our success is just you know, words can't express how much they're valuable to us in that aspect. So you let them get on the field is you know, super. It's a motivator. They're excited about it. As a coach, I'm excited to see them out there now. Now they're going against, you know, live competition. They're going against an opponent instead of their own buddies that, you know, they're in the locker room with. They're going to go against a live opponent. So yeah, like I said, that group's very special to me because they work really hard. They have a great work ethic. And then when they can get out there on that field, you know, and have fun, that's, like I said, that's very special.
When we come back from the break, we'll preview tonight's game against Union. So stay with us as the Wendy's pregame continues.
I sure do like my new hunting rifle. I bought it over at Ozark Ag. When I went in, they had such a great selection. Took me a while to make up my mind. I have it sighted in now, and I'm ready for the big bucks. Tomorrow I'm going back over to Ozark Ag and stock up on ammo. While I'm there, I just might check out those deer stands. Hey, honey, I know you're listening. Make sure you shop for me at Ozark Ag. They're on Highway 16 West in Carthage.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-through and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Big discounts at Triple M Motors. That's right. Big dealer discounts plus GM consumer rebates means you save big. Not in the market for a new ride? Check out our pre-owned. Triple M Motors carries a good selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Stop by or check us out on the web at triplemmotors.com. That's triplemmotors.com.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
One more segment here with Coach Brian Pickins in the Wendy's pregame. You can crush your cravings with food you'll love from Wendy's. And, Coach, we've got a Week 4 ball game in front of us tonight against Union High School, a team that's gone deep into the playoffs the last few years under Coach Jordan Wren in MHSAA 2A. We've had 3 consecutive years of matchups against them that have been good physical ball games. I assume we'll see much of the same tonight against the Yellowjackets.
Physical matchups. They're a very physical football team, and two teams that are 2 different associations. And but I always felt like it was a game that really made us better. It made us better as a football team. And and early in the season, you want these type games, these teams where you see physical, you see speed, and it makes you play more physical. It makes you react quicker. It's been an important game for us as far as what it gives us and how it makes us better as we go into when we get back into our own district play. But yes, very physical football team, very well coached. They're where they need to be, and they're doing what they're supposed to do, both offensively and defensively. And then, like I said, you put the talented players that they have with that. Like I said, they're a really good football team, and that I've enjoyed this season two teams. Sportsmanship's been super with both teams, ours and theirs, and then just the fact that, like I said, they make us better as we get to our own play, our own district play.
Certainly wouldn't ask you to divulge secrets of game plan, but I would have to think that you want to continue to see the kind of offensive balance that the Rebels have had the last couple of weeks against Starkville and Bio. We've been able both to run the ball and pass, and I imagine that's a key ingredient to success tonight.
The coaches show, our offensive line is allowing us to be very balanced. And like I said, look, we've got great players. George does great job at quarterback, and Major Chandler, out there. These guys can catch footballs with people in their face. They can catch them over their shoulder. They can catch them down. They do a super job. So yes, that keeps us balanced. And then Adcock and Gill. Yes, these guys. Yes, these are the names you see. These are the guys you say, wow, they're balanced because he's got protecting George when he drops back. They're opening holes up for Garrett. They're doing what they need to do, and they're doing it great. And so yes, they're the part of that balance. And so honestly and truly, we put a lot on those guys. We set our game plan up. We're like, okay, we're going to do this, and not changing up any blocking schemes, but there may be something we tag onto a blocking scheme. It may be, we're going to tag this on and let them do this protection or that particular run scheme. And so when you talk about game plan, we put a lot on our offensive line, and this group has really stepped up to any challenge we've put on them. So yeah, we want to stay balanced. That's going to be key to our success. But like I said, those guys have done a super job of allowing that.
Coach Brian Pickins, we appreciate you giving us some time before we get to kickoff between the Rebels and Union, and good luck to you and the whole Leake Academy team tonight. When we come back, we'll bring Sam Rigby in, and we'll get you set for kickoff as the Wendy's pregame continues.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologists will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Whether you have a honey-do list or a big-time construction project, Small Town Rental is ready to deliver. From mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, tillers, augers, and so much more. You'll find Small Town Rentals on Highway 16 in Carthage, across from the hospital. And they even deliver so you can get results instead of excuses. Follow Small Town Rental on Facebook and find out how Blair Purvis, the guy with the pink gooseneck trailer, can help you reserve your equipment today. Tune in next time when you'll hear Little Bit say,
I'm meant for my daddy so he can buy me more horses.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Hey, it's Toby from Wendy's. Picture a Baconator. The 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon, the hot and juicy beef, the pretzel bun. Wait, pretzel bun? A pretzel Baconator. And it's only here for a limited time? And right now you can get $3 off mobile orders of $15 or more with the offer in the Wendy's app? This changes everything. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Pretzel Baconator.
Limited time only. Or participating U.S. Wendy's. $15 minimum required before taxes and fees. Account registration required.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Now, Bob, when we started the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, this wasn't exactly what we had in mind.
I'm sorry, but they're my babies. We're about to go grab lunch and then head to the farm.
Well, where are you headed?
Rosebud General Store, out there in Rosebud on Highway 487 East. Nothing but the best for my babies. They got everything you need for your farming family.
Well, your calf sure is sweet. Does she have a name?
There's the Cow Patty.
Whoa, let me get this straight. You named your cow Patty?
No, sir. It's what you stepped in.
Ew.
Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East.
Boswell Media Sports.
Ground control to Major Tom. It's Leake Academy football from Thagard Field on this Friday night. Leake and Union about to kick off, and hope you're hearing us loud and clear and seeing us nice and clear on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. Hearing us on Cruising 98.3 FM as we are bouncing off the satellites tonight in Madden. And we've got senior night festivities just took place. If you're watching on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel, you got to see that as the Wendy's pregame was rolling on. We bring you to the final segment as we get ready for the Yellowjackets and the Rebels in this Week 4 matchup for L.A. It's third ball game of the year for Union. We'll talk about the matchup with Sam Rigby in just a second, but first let's talk about the Prince Oil starting lineups. And remember those locations of the junction all over the state of Mississippi: Philadelphia, Louisville, Union, Macon, Scuba, Carthage, Oxford, Ridgeland, and Newton. And get fueled up and get refreshed there and have some of the great food they serve up at the junction. All right, for the Rebels, let's start with the offense. Touching the ball first will be 72, Connor Moore, Jr. Left guard, Mick Pucklich, senior. At right guard, sophomore Tanner Walsworth. And the tackles, senior Hayden Jenkins on the left side and senior Sean McDill back in the lineup over on the right side. Tight end is Major Chandler, big sophomore. And the running back, Garrett Adcock. We'll talk about the great season he's had in just a second, but Garrett, a sophomore at running back. The wide receivers, Jack Harkins, senior, Matthew Nowell, also a senior, and Catch-22, Mathan Weaver, senior. So trio of experienced receivers for QB1, junior George Wilcox. That's the Rebel offense. On defense, in the middle, Hagan Bobo, defensive tackle, a senior. And then at nose guard, Gage Bennett, also a senior. Senior Owen Hitt at defensive end. Senior Pete Peebles on the other side. So 4 seniors on the defensive front for Leake. The linebackers in the middle, Kobe Kemp Jr., one of the leading tacklers on the ball club. Tyler Winstead at the outside, a senior. And then also Braden Welch at Rover, kind of a hybrid linebacker and safety. And we've also, let's see who I got. Also, Grayson McDonald, senior, playing at linebacker. The corners are Jack Harkins, already mentioned him, and then Joshua Gray, who had an interception in the opening part of the ball game last week in the big win over Bio Academy. He's a junior at cornerback. Matthew Nowell at free safety. That's a look at the Rebels' defense. Tanner Walsworth handles long snapping duties. Jack Harkins holds on field goals and extra points, and doing the kicking and the punting, senior Matthew Nowell. That's look at tonight's Prince Oil starting lineups. Let's bring in Sam Rigby, who occupies the Gilbert Barham color commentary chair. And Sam, fourth meeting in as many years between Leake and Union. And last week the Rebels ran up the score thanks to defensive pressure.
Yeah, Rebels did a real good job last week putting the pressure on early in that ball game, really propelled them to their second win of the year against Bio Academy, moving to 2-1 on the year with a 49-13 win last week at Bio. But now we're coming into week 4 in the year for the Rebels, playing the Union Yellowjackets, and it's a talented team, the Union Yellowjackets. They're 0-2 on the year, but 2 close losses. First one at Choctaw Central by a score of 41-34, and last week versus Enterprise lost by a score of 23-22. But this is the team last year that went to North State for 2A and MHSAA and lost a lot of production on that team, but they are coming back with some key players. This year on offense, got a new quarterback in Mylan Moore, 275 passing yards last week against Enterprise. He's a first-year starter at quarterback for the Yellowjackets. They also line up with 3 receivers out wide that you're going to be hearing a lot of tonight on the broadcast with Amari Holiday, Mason Tucker, and Zai Buckley. Some guys keep an eye out for the Yellowjackets. And in the backfield, it's a sophomore, Samaj Burnside, running back, super quick and shifty running back. He's only a sophomore, so like what we've seen on him in the tape, just how quick and shifty he is for the Yellowjackets. And also Vaden Boder at linebacker is another guy to keep an eye out for on the defense. But it's going to be a test the Rebels haven't seen a lot of this year, a team on offense in Union that is pretty split 50-50 on running and passing the ball. When most of the teams League's played this year have been good at running the football, and this year they're going to get some different looks tonight on offense with a team from Union that does like to throw the ball a good bit.
League defense giving up 184 yards per ball game on the ground, just 50 through the air. Now, that's skewed by last week's results because Bio finished the night with only 7 net passing yards.
Wow.
But still, the league pass defense has been stout. Nonetheless, in Union, you've got a team under Jordan Wren that's good. You know they're going to be well coached, like Coach said in the interview segment. They've got some really good skill athletes where I think they're missing a few pieces from the team the last couple of years has been up front on the defensive line and offensive line, missing some of that size that the Rebels have had trouble with, to be honest, the last 2 years. So I would think, like most football games, what happens in the trenches is going to go a long way to determining who wins tonight's game.
Absolutely.
Union coming out of the locker room. They're in black helmets, white jerseys with black numerals, and black pants trimmed in yellow and white, kind of a USM look. Heavy on the black, light on the mustard. And they're taking their spot over in the north end zone. The Rebel captains, the seniors, are coming out to represent the team tonight at tonight's coin toss. And they're in the red jerseys, first time in almost 2 years that the Rebels have worn the red jerseys in a varsity ball game. They wore red in the Jamboree at Tri-County about a month ago, but I think they wore navy in all the home games last year, if memory serves me correctly. But we want to remind you, tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association and the stream presented by Triple M Motors. And Sam's going to keep an eye on the coin toss while I tell you about some of the action going on tonight that we'll try to keep an eye on. And remember, very shortly you'll be able to see that scoreboard widget on Kicks96news.com and follow a lot of the action. It's a little MHSAA heavy, but also some MAIS games updated on that widget at Kicks96news.com. In MAIS District 2 and 5A, Capaya at 2-1, they visit North Point Christian. We got a district game tonight, East Rankin at Simpson. And both those teams are combined 1-6. Simpson still 0-3 on the season. But you like their chances against East Rankin. Then Lamar hosts Christian Homeschooler or Home Education Foundation of Louisiana. They should roll in that one tonight. Other MAIS games of teams that are on our schedule. Next week's opponent, Heritage at Pillow. Bio at Starkville Academy, teams we've got in our rearview mirror. Big rivalry in the Jackson area, JA at Jackson Prep. And MRA at St. Joe of Madison. So a lot on the line at both sides of County Line Road tonight. Hartfield at PCS. Newton County Academy plays at Bensford Christian. And then in public school action, Morton at Leake Central. Leake Central lost an overtime heartbreaker to Kosciuszko last week. Choctaw Central at Philadelphia. West Lauderdale at Neshoba Central. Leake County plays at Scott Central. Newton County at Poplarville. And Kosciuszko at Winona. That's a look at some of the games going on near and far. And we want to remind you that you can play Kicks Picks, a weekly pick 'em game. you can get the most right, you're the winner of the weekly prize, and the cumulative winner over the season is going to get that that great grill from Ozark Ag. I have it right in front of me. I should just read it. Ozark Ag in Carthage. That Traeger pellet grill for the season cumulative winner, and it's free to play every week at Kicks96news.com. All right, weather's been on our minds a lot this week, but it's nice not to have it on our minds. It's kind of a cloudy evening, sun peeking through, but it's about 74 degrees at kickoff. Field looks good. Probably took on some water, but the footing looks good. So we should have a nice fast track and a really pleasant evening for football on the 488. All right, coin toss. Tell us about the results.
Well, it appears that the Rebel Red uniforms did not bring them good luck on the coin toss. Union Yellowjackets won the coin toss, chose to defer. That means the Rebels will be receiving the kickoff here starting off our Friday night.
All right, we're glad you're with us. We've got Brooklyn Wade up above us on the action camera. And for the first time in my broadcasting career, we've got our producer, Billy Steen, just a few feet away from us. And Billy worked hard this week up here at the school getting all the equipment mounted so that we could come to you via Starlink on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. So I'm turning to Billy, looking him in the eye and saying thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate what you do when you're here and when we can't see you as well. Because no one would hear us if you weren't there, and we appreciate that. And we've got Ashley Davis as our studio producer tonight at Boswell Media Sports Studios in Kosciuszko. So it's good to have the team kind of lined up in a different place, but everybody doing their part, and we're glad you're with us. There's a link to the video stream at Kicks96news.com together with the news stories, and that link takes you to the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. When you go there, make it easy on yourself. Click the subscribe box, and you'll get a notification every time Leake Academy Sports comes on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, it'll be the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff, and we'll get started, Leake and Union, when we return here on Boswell Media Sports.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pets. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Chipley's Squareview Inn. It's the experience you're looking for. Whether it's a wedding, holiday party, business dinner, or weekend getaway, Chipley's Squareview Inn can accommodate an array of services. So, when you're planning your event or special occasion, book your stay at Airbnb.com or give us a call at 601-741-8215. Whether it's our beautiful rooftop, our elegant reception area, or our lavish hotel rooms, it really is the experience you're looking for. Chipley's Squareview Inn is located at 109 North Pearl Street in Carthage.
Hello, Rebel fans. It's time for kickoff. Moore's Pharmacy welcomes you to an exciting night of Friday night football. Moore's Pharmacy takes great pride in supporting Leake Academy Rebels, the perfect place to start your weekend. Okay, Rebels, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
2-1 Leake Academy and 0-2 Union High School about to meet for the fourth consecutive year. Union leads the series 2-1. They've won the last two in the series, but the last time they met here on the grass at Thagard Field, the Rebels won 48-13 back on the 10th of September in 2021. It's been such a good series. Coach Pickins and I talked about that in the pregame interview. And another big crowd out here and good festive atmosphere. Still some folks finding their seats. Of course, senior night brings a big crowd as well. A few extra grandparents and aunts and uncles, friends out. The Rebels are going to receive down at the south end. They're already in position, waiting for the Yellowjackets to bring it out and kick it off. Rebels are sitting at 2-1. Last time they were 2-1 was 2021. The Rebels visit Heritage next week. So we'll pack it up and drive it up to Columbus. But here we go, the Morris Pharmacy kickoff. And Aiden Davis, big 250-pound defensive lineman, going to swing that big muscular leg into that ball. Rebels have Mathen Weaver and Garrett Adcock deep to receive. It's going to be kicked deep, taken at about the 16-yard line by Adcock. He's going to bounce out to the left side. Stop and trying to find an opening, but good job coming in and cutting the legs out from under him by Mylon Moore, who's going to be the quarterback for Union tonight.
Yeah, don't see that much often with the quarterback on kickoff, but Union, that won't be the first look the Rebels haven't seen this year.
That's right, and two-way, a lot of players play two ways. Of course, we've got a few of those as well in red and blue tonight. But 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, first quarter presented by Carthage Collision Center. Here we go. Rebels in shotgun set, three wide receivers out to the right, the wide side of the field. Matthew now will split out to the left. The handoff will go to Adcock. Room to run, 35, outside 40. Moving to the sideline, he's at the 50 into Yellow Jacket territory, and he's finally knocked off his sticks at the 39-yard line. Gain of 33 on that run.
You want to talk about somebody that's been hot the last 2 weeks running the football. It's Garrett Adcock in the backfield for the Rebels. 150-plus yards in back-to-back games. Let's see if he can recap that performance and keep the hot hand going tonight.
Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10 at the Union 39. Again, Adcock takes the handoff, gets to the 35, and then gets grabbed by the shoulders and held up. Mooney Harris making the tackle. Cooper Warren helping out. Gain of 4 on the play. Ball at the 35, 2nd and 6. Rebels moving with a fast tempo. 2 receivers to each side. And then the Yellow Jackets jump offside. So it'll be 2nd and very short after the ball gets moved 5 yards up to the 30. Second and 1, Rebels. They've run the ball twice. Garrett Adcock. Nowell and Chandler split to the left. Harkins and Weaver to the right. They'll bring Weaver in motion from the slot right to left. Wilcox looks to throw. Throwing a nice deep spiral toward the end zone, and that is 6 for the Rebels. 30 yards through the air. Matthew Nowell on the receiving end, and the Rebels strike early and get 6 up. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting.
Yeah, Rebels finishing last week's game, coming out hot in this game as well against Union. That's only a 4-play drive. One was a penalty on that play, so 2 big plays got the Rebels up early in this ball game, 6-0 Rebels.
Matthew Nowell caught the touchdown. Now he'll try to kick the extra point, but it's going to go off to the side. No good. They miss it. 10:54 to go first quarter. Leake 6, Union nothing the score. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
I sure do like my new hunting rifle. I bought it over at Ozark Ag. When I went in, they had such a great selection. Took me a while to make up my mind. I have it sighted in now, and I'm ready for the big bucks. Tomorrow I'm going back over to Ozark Ag and stock up on ammo. While I'm there, I just might check out those deer stands. Hey, honey, I know you're listening. Make sure you shop for me at Ozark Ag. They're on Highway 16 West in Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here's Matthew Nowell kicking right to left. The Morris Pharmacy kickoff after the Rebels' quick score. High end-over-end kick taken at the 14. Coming up the numbers, far side toward the sideline across the 30. And pushed into the sideline. Far side. Yellowjackets start with ball possession around the 33-yard line. Jake Rudolph credited with the tackle along with Kobe Kemp. So we'll see the Union offense for the first time. 6-0 our score.
Last drive, Rebels only ran 4 plays with Garrett Adcock 33-yard run on that one. Finished off with a Matthew Nowell 30-yard touchdown reception. Gives the Rebels the 6-0 lead. Has missed the extra point. 10:47 in the first quarter to go, and that's your performance therapy reset.
From the left hash, Moore from the pistol. Hand off, left tackle, Kobe Kemp with a quick stop on Samaj Burnside. Burnside, a little small running back, 5'5", 135, a sophomore. But they like his quickness and shiftiness, and they send him to the sideline and bring Quintezis Harris into the game at a running back, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
Kobe Kemp really shot the gap on that one, came in quick, wrapped up Burnside at the backfield to really prevent the big gain and getting him outside, but a good wrap-up tackle by Kobe Kemp. We'll be calling his name quite a bit tonight.
The shotgun, Moore's got H-backs, a pair of them set to the left, and they're going to run quarterback power in that direction. Moving up close to the 35 before getting stacked up. Matthew Nowell and Owen Hitt. Nowell went high and Hitt went low. They stop him just short of the 35. It'll be 3rd and 8 after the 2-yard gain.
Back-to-back run plays from Union early in this first quarter. Imagine the Rebels will want to see a pass play coming here as it's the empty backfield. 4 out wide.
4 wide and an H-back set to the left. Moore looks into the sidelines. 4-man front for the red and blue. 3rd and 8. Moore will get rid of it quickly. Finds the slot receiver at the seam for the first down into Leake territory at the 48-yard line. Nice gain on the play to the 48. That's a gain of 20 and a first down.
Union responding after that first down, running tempo as well. No huddle sets coming in from Union, but keep an eye out for Mason Tucker tonight in that slot. He'll really get open in that slant route. They like to use him in the open field with the slant for the Union.
Now with kind of an old, almost a wing bone look here, they'll hand it to the fullback, banging ahead into the second level across the 40, getting 9, almost 10 yards is big Vaden Bowder, one of their outstanding two-way athletes, good linebacker. Matthew Nowell's got his 3rd tackle already. You don't want your strong safety making all your tackles against the run, though.
No, you don't.
2nd and about 1.5 yards, just inside the 40. This time they'll sweep it around left side, breaking a tackle out to the 30. Nice run there by Harris. And that's good for a first down. Kobe Kemp got him from behind at the 30. Fresh set of downs for the Yellowjackets. Go ahead.
Like you mentioned, quite a bit of two-way players in that backfield with Aiden Davis, the defensive lineman, lining up back there, and also Quintez's Harris, a linebacker, lining up in the back. So a lot of two-way players in that backfield for Union.
Tight set. Back set out on the wings. This time it'll be a keeper. Moving to the outside, breaking a tackle to the 25, outside the numbers, into the sideline, inside the 15-yard line goes Mylan Moore. However, flag back at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the nature of that infraction was. Rebels lead at 6-0, 8:05 to go in the Carthage Collision Center first quarter.
So going to be a holding call on Union, so that'll back up the Yellowjackets and give them a better opportunity for the Rebel defense here.
Well, that negated a gain of almost 20 yards. So the Rebels breathe a sigh of relief there, and line of scrimmage moves back between the 39 and the 40. It'll be 1st and 20. Union now with a 4 wide receiver set, 1 left, 3 to the right. Moore takes a snap, moves back. They throw a screen, and the Rebels are on it. Grayson McDonald tackles Holiday for a loss back at the 42, and moving the sticks back now. 2nd down, and in fact, they moved the line of scrimmage all the way back to about the 43-yard line, so that's a loss of 4.
It was design screenplay there from Union, but it was Gage Bennett and Owen Hitt back there forcing the pressure on Moore, not giving him time to give that screen many time in the pocket for him to throw it.
Good recognition by the Rebel front 7. Another shotgun set with 4 wide receivers. Back to throw as Moore has time, throws it over the middle. Rebels nearly picked it off. They wanted 13, Mason Tucker, over the middle, but credit Kobe Kemp with a pass breakup there, and it's 3rd and very long.
That's a tough play for Kobe Kemp to do, to try and retrack back around and make an adjustment to intercept that ball, but still a great disruption by Kemp there to force the 3rd and long for the Rebel defense.
3rd and 24. They've got to get to the 20 for the first down. Moore looks into the far sideline with 3 wide receivers out to the right and 1 to the left. H-back set to the left. Rebels Tyler Winstead dropping back into coverage. Here comes pressure. Moore's going to throw it off his back foot into the middle of the field. And the Rebel pressure forces the throwaway pass incomplete. Gage Bennett and Hagan Bobo were in the backfield.
And Grayson McDonald was on that left side on his blind side. Moore never even saw him, and if he didn't let go of that ball, McDonald would have easily brought him down for a sack in the backfield.
So Union calls on Mason Tucker, just under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter, to punt the ball away. Rebels send Weaver and Adcock back along the 10-yard line. Kick, wobbles along the sideline, taking it to 10, moving up, across the 15, and then a pile of bodies go out of bounds on the far boundary. So, correction, that was Nowell taking that punt. And they mark him out at the 18-yard line. That's where the Rebels will take over with 6:48 to go in the first quarter. Leake 6, Union nothing. I want to remind you that Total Pain Care is the wellness sponsor of Leake Academy Sports. They're located in the Neshoba General Hospital, and they've got 6 other locations around the state. Visit them at totalpaincare.org.
Appears to be John David Gill in the backfield now for the Rebels, giving Adcock a break.
Play action, quick throw. Major Chandler has it at the 20. Moves upfield, gets 5 more yards before Zy Buckley takes him down. Gain of about 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 for the Rebs. At the line quickly, hard count, snap comes back, Gill takes the handoff. Room to run right side, 30, gets hit hard, goes sideways at the 33, but that's going to get Leake a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10.
that first play is always a good design to get Major Chandler open on that short hitch route. He's a good bet to get you a good 6-7 yards here early, getting the ball to Major Chandler in the slot.
2-by-2 receivers. Hand it off again to Gill, trying to get to the left corner, and he gets clipped at the heels at the 35. Good tackle by Harris, but the flag came in behind the play, and I think Leake's going to move back with a holding call.
Appears to be that way as the Rebels are taking a couple steps back. Look like it may have been a holding call on that one for the Rebels.
Garrett Adcock comes into the game now at running back. Officials still having a conversation there at the 36. Still talking about it,
Well,
now they're looking
he's
at
faced the wrong way. Oh, here he is.
He was giving some kind of signal to the Union sideline, but now they walk the ball back. They'll set it down at the 24. So it'll be 1st and 20. That was a long interlude for a holding call. 6:10 to play, first quarter. Leake 6 and Union nothing. Leake scored on a 30-yard touchdown strike from Wilcox to Nowell. Got an official timeout that we'll take with them. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280. On the north side of the square in Carthage.
Chipley's Squareview Inn. It's the experience you're looking for. Whether it's a wedding, holiday party, business dinner, or weekend getaway, Chipley's Squareview Inn can accommodate an array of services. So, when you're planning your event or special occasion, book your stay at airbnb.com or give us a call at 601-741-8215. Whether it's our beautiful rooftop, our elegant reception area, or our lavish hotel rooms, it really is the experience you're looking for. Chipley's Squareview Inn is located at 109 North Pearl Street in Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back from the timeout, middle of the first quarter. Leake's got a 1st and 20 after a holding call. Line of scrimmage, their own 24-yard line, moving right to left. Matthew Nowell set out at the left. 3 receivers, Chandler, Weaver, and Harkins to the right side. Adcock at the right hip of Wilcox. Wilcox looking to his right to throw, putting it up deep. There's Mathen Weaver at midfield, but he turned to the inside, and the throw went over the outside shoulder, incomplete.
The Yellowjackets caught a break on that one. Mathen Weaver had a step on the outside, and he could have easily be walking in the end zone now, but just a little misplaced ball right there, so we'll bring it back to 2nd down.
2nd and 20. Same formation. 5 coming after Wilcox. They dump it underneath to Adcock at the 30, the 40, gets blocks, 50, working along the numbers, gets pulled down around the 31-yard line. How about Garrett Adcock and that speed and vision in the open field?
Great play call design there by the Rebels, lining up all the receivers on the right side, setting up the screen on the left side for Adcock. Gave them running for days. Great blocking by the O-line down the field on the screen play. Gives the Rebels 1st down.
Excuse me there. Gain of 45 on the play. Again, same formation now from the 31 in Union territory. A quick hard count. Now a look at Coach Corey Burns, and Wilcox is ready for the snap. Put 5 up at the line. Wilcox to throw. Going to put it up in the air. Wide open. And catching it in the end zone. Reaching out to get it is Matthew Nowell, and that's 6 for the Rebels. From 31 yards this time. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting, and they sure do make it look easy with a beautiful throw and catch like that.
Yeah, Matthew Nowell's second touchdown grab of the night, second in the first quarter. He's off to a hot start. His sixth touchdown grab of the year for the Rebels gives them a 12-0 lead here. 5:25 to go in the first.
Nowell to kick the extra point. Hold is down. That one's straight and true. 13-0 with 5:25 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Big discounts at Triple M Motors. That's right. Big dealer discounts plus GM consumer rebates means you save big.
Not in the market for a new ride? Check out our pre-owned.
Triple M Motors carries a good selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Stop by or check us out on the web at triplemmotors.com. That's triplemmotors.com.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Palmertree and Sam Rigby with you on the 488. Rebels have come out smoking hot, leading at 13-0. Here's the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. It's a line drive off the toe of Nowell. A little dribble inside the 5, picked up at the 3. Went across the 10, middle of the field, and then running into a crowd right short of the 15, maybe all the way to the 15, is Harris. Leake there to stop them. Grayson McDonald leading the charge for L.A. Also saw Caden Monk, who had a big night last week on kickoff coverage. The Rebels 49-13 blowout at Bio.
Last drive for the Rebels, 5 plays to the end zone. Start off with a couple of runs by John David Gill, then opened up with a 45-yard screen pass to Garrett Adcock on the left side, set up the 31-yard touchdown reception by Matthew Nowell. So it's 13-0 Rebels, 5:19 to go in the first quarter, and that's your performance therapy reset.
Out of a 4 wide receiver set, Moore getting chased by Bobo out to the left. He'll put a soft toss up and throw it away and live to play second down because he was in trouble early with the Rebel pass rush.
Rebel pass rush has been on point in this first quarter. A lot of pressure to Moore in the backfield for the quarterback. So great job by that Rebel front, giving some pressure, not giving him a lot of time to throw that ball.
2nd and 10, line of scrimmage, the 15. Harris looks at a 4-man front, takes a snap, rolls out to the left. Put it in the air, but overthrows Tucker around the 30-yard line. Braden Welch was in coverage, and he kind of comes up hobbling a little bit. But looks like he's going to stay in the ball game for the 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that's a tough play by Milo Moore, scrambling to the left side with a right-arm quarterback. That's always a tough throw to make, so brings up 3rd down here after the incompletion.
Tucker, a tall, lanky receiver, lined up in the slot. 3rd and 10. Moore with 4 wide receivers in the formation. Hard count. Play clock ticks under 8. Looks like Union, will they call a timeout before? Well, they should have been a delay of game, but there wasn't. Handoff. And then slipping at the 20-yard line is Moore on a keeper. They got a couple extra seconds on the play clock there, but it worked to the Rebels' advantage as he carries it for 6 yards up to the 21, and that'll bring up 4th down.
3 and out there for Union, so ball should go back to the Rebels unless the Union wants to do something real out of pocket here, fake the punt on 4th down.
So just mentioned Mason Tucker a moment ago. He lines up to punt for the 2nd time tonight for the Yellowjackets. Nowell and Weaver back deep to receive, just inside their own 50. And now it looks like Coach Jordan Wren's going to have to use a timeout. With 4:17 to go, Rebels up 13-0. Will return.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
If you love sports, get in the game by getting In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, puts you in the game with personalized jerseys and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports has the cheer uniforms you're looking for, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports also believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Be the fan you've always wanted to be with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Academy football coming at you live via satellite in geosynchronous orbit around our planet. 4:17 to go, first quarter, presented by Carthage Collision Center. Mason Tucker to punt it away for Union on 4th down. Rebels should get good field position out of this. Under some pressure, ball kicked away. A wobble, hit about midfield, and then angle out of bounds into the Union sideline. So Leake will have great field position. Looks like they'll take over at the Union 49 with 4:09 to play, and Leake on top 13-0 in the first quarter.
Can't be too unhappy about the Rebels' performance on offense here tonight. Back-to-back touchdowns in their first 2 drives. Let's see what the Rebels can cook up here on their 3rd drive of the night here in the first quarter.
Appreciate those of you watching us on the Triple M Motors video stream, available at the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. We want you to click the subscribe box when you go, and you'll always get a notification that Rebel Sports, football and basketball, baseball, becoming available on your computer or your mobile device. 1st and 10, Rebels from the Yellowjacket 49, right hash. 3 wide receivers, Major Chandler and H-back at the left. The formation. They'll go on the ground to Gill. And Gill is met in the middle. Pushed back. Got to the 47, 2-yard gain. But met a lot of strong white shirts in there. Big Aiden Davis made the tackle.
Appears that Garrett Adcock's coming back in the game at running back for John David Gill. So keeping the hot hand with Adcock in the backfield, the young sophomore having a great start to this Rebel football season.
2nd and 8. Knee-high snap taken by Wilcox. He looks left, going to put it up. Spiral looking for Nowell in the slide, but overthrows him inside the 10. Passes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Just missed Matthew Nowell on that fade route. It was about to be a hat trick for the Wilcox to Nowell connection. Would have been their 3rd touchdown of the night, but just off beat for Matthew Nowell, but still 3rd down and 9 to go for the Rebels.
If they can do it 3 times in the first quarter, if I had a hat, I'd throw it. I'll throw Billy's hat. No, he doesn't look like he wants me to throw his hat. I'll take this toupee off and throw it. 3rd and 9. Wilcox in the pocket. Throws right side into the sideline. Catch made by Jack Harkins. No, they say he was out of bounds. Good job reaching up and getting it with both hands, but unable to keep 1 foot in bounds was the senior Jack Harkins, and that will present 4th down for Leake.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 9. Offense here on the field. So let's see what on this 4th and 9 situation, let's see what the Rebels have going for them.
4th and 9, 3 wide receivers. Chandler over at the right, a hard count. And the Rebels going to be charged with illegal procedure. Somebody moved early, and that'll move them back 5 yards, and now the punt unit comes off the near sideline.
Looked like the Rebels were trying to get the Yellowjackets to jump, but it came back to bite them as the Rebels jumped instead. Brings up 4th and 14 as Matthew now looks to come on to punt it away for the Rebels.
Ball walked back into Rebel territory at the 48. Matthew Nowell will punt. Tucker and Buckley wait the punt at the 15. Snap back to Nowell. No rush. He'll kick it, angle it to the 20. Taken by Tucker. Comes middle of the field, breaks one tackle, then two. Then a flag comes in as Kobe Kemp drags him down at about the 22-yard line. And I think Union's going to start back inside their 20. I think there was an illegal block.
Might have been a block in the back there on the Yellow Jackets for sure.
First quarter of tonight's game presented by Carthage Collision Center. Rebels enjoy a 13-0 advantage early off a 30-yard and then a 31-yard aerial connection between QB1 George Wilcox and baller alert number 6 Matthew Nowell. Again, the penalty is an illegal block against Union. It gets walked back just inside the 9. We'll call it the 10, 1st and 10 for the visitors from Newton County. 3:11 to play in the opening quarter. Pistol set. Running back Harris there behind Mylan Moore, the quarterback. 3 wide receivers out to the left. Hand it off. Harris crashes into the line left side. Rebels kind of stand him up, but he's able to churn forward for a couple of more to the 15. 5-yard gain on first down. Gage Bennett and Grayson McDonald put the clamps on Harris. Second down, 5 yards coming up for Union. Union faces Newton County next week. Keeper around the right end and then cutting upfield, running into Braden Welch. A couple of other Rebels, including Kobe Kemp. Moore stopped at the 22, and he'll pick up 7, and that'll earn Union a first down.
Moore was coming around that right outside with a lot of steam in front of him, and it was Kemp and Welch there to make the tackle for the Rebels to prevent the long gain. That Moore had an open field ahead of him, but it was a good wrap-up tackle by the Rebels to keep them contained. It looks like they're going to be backing them up on the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a holding call against Union, so that'll back up and prevent the first down for the Yellow Jackets. Good opportunity for the Rebels.
So they'll go back probably from the 15 to about the 7.5, I would think. Yep, that's where they'll put the stick, where they'll set the ball. Clock stop with 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the Carthage Collision Center first quarter. 3 wide receivers to the left. Pistol set, play fake, throw complete to Tucker. He crosses the 15, leans up close to the 20. That's going to be close to what they need for a first down, but I think he's going to be about a half-yard short.
That's the second time tonight that Union's gone to Mason Tucker on that slant route in the middle of the field, so they can do it on the right side, left side. Tucker's usually got a good opportunity to make a catch in the slant in the slot with the slant catch for the Union Yellow Jackets.
3rd and probably less than a foot for the Yellow Jackets, and they'll line up in that tight formation with backs set on either side. Hand off to the big back. Bullying his way across the 20 is Bowder up to the 22-yard line, and that's going to be gain of 3 and earn the Yellow Jackets a first down.
That's a tricky look if you're a defensive player for the Rebels, because you never know who's going to get the ball. You got 4 potential ball carriers running the football in that backfield. And here it is again.
Line up in that formation. Handed a little buck sweep over the left tackle. Not much there for Harris. Rebels read their keys well. And looked like Harkins and Bennett combining on the tackle. No gain on the play. Under 1:15 on a rolling first quarter clock. Second down, we'll call it 10 from the 22. Under center, Mylan Moore will try to keep it up the middle himself, and the Rebels just stop it. Kobe Kemp Bear hug a much smaller player in Mylan Moore and just drove him backwards. They lose a yard back to the 21. It'll be 3rd down and 11 plus, almost 12.
Yeah, Kobe Kemp really just staying at home as that linebacker in the middle of the field, just reading the quarterback, and saw that open running lane that he had, and Kemp was right there to just shove Moore and hold him up. So it brings up 3rd and long with just under 20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Union brings Zy Buckley into the game, and they bring a 4 wide receiver set into the ball game now. Under 11 seconds to play in the quarter. And Coach Wren's going to have to call timeout, though, with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. The play clock was running out on Union. We'll keep it right here since we're right at the end of the quarter. Remind you that next week the Rebels travel to Columbus and play Heritage Academy. Heritage is a really improved ball club off last year. Been playing a lot better under second-year head coach Tobias Smith, and expect a good ball game from Lowndes County on the banks of Luxapalilla Creek. 6 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Leake leads at 13-0. You certainly see, Sam, that Union needs to keep the chains moving, needs to keep the Rebel offense on the sideline as much as they can if they're going to stay in this ball game.
It's been a hot start for sure for the Rebels offense, and Union appears to be going with, you don't want to call it short yard offense, but more they want to just take it one drive at a time, one play at a time, just trying to get the first down. Leake's been a lot more explosive than the Union Yellowjackets have tonight, but got a timeout here with 3rd and 12 to go, just 6 seconds to go in the first quarter, so good opportunity for the Rebel defense to make a stop, get the ball back to this hot Rebel offense.
Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. That was I need to tell you, that was a small town rental timeout as well. Four wide receiver set, trips to the left, single receiver, Buckley out to the right. Moore by himself in the backfield. Rebels will rush 5. Releases, ball tipped by Kobe Kemp. They wanted Mason Tucker along the left hash, but good anticipation from Kemp, and he just reached out and slapped that ball away. His second pass breakup of the night. 1 second left, so we'll have time for the punt before quarter ends.
Kobe Kemp just seems to be in the right place, right time, playing that pass coverage as a linebacker. That's 2 deflections, like you said, he's had in this ball game tonight. It looks like the Yellow Jackets bringing on the punt team here as 4th and long, just inside their own 25.
Tucker will kick it from about the 15, or excuse me, from about the 10. Rebels bring some pressure. Now it's going to be a keeper, fake punt. He keeps it across the 30, 35, has the first down. Nathan Weaver tackles Tucker, who made a nice read, kept it off right tackle, and the drive continues when we return with the start of the second quarter. Leake on top, 13-0. Stay with us as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
If spending days looking for a top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station.
Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Boswell Media Sports.
12 minutes on the clock as we start the second quarter from Madden. Leake 13, Union 0. Got a fresh set of downs for Union after they rolled the dice on a fake punt. Keeper from Mason Tucker earned them about 15 yards and a first down.
We mentioned it. It was 4th and 8, and they didn't fake punt, but on 4th and 12, they're like, we're going to fake the punt on 4th and 12 instead of 4th and 8.
Moore with a keeper. Room to run at the 40. Now gets knocked sideways. Jack Harkins finishes him off at the 38. That's a pickup of 6 on first down. So they look like they're going to run that fullback dive, and then it's sort of like a delayed draw by the quarterback, really.
Mm-hmm. It is, like you said, a delayed draw, just a faking the handoff, and quarterback finding a running lane and bouncing it outside for the Union Yellowjackets.
And a nice gain on second down into Leake territory, past the 45 to the 44. A gain of about 15, 16 on that play. So here's Union, feeling like they've got a little wind in their sails here in the early part of the second quarter. Second quarter presented by Welch Forest Products. Line of scrimmage, the Rebel 44.
Dayton Batter saw a hole in that middle of the Yellow Jacket offensive line and got a real good move upfield for 15 yards, and now it appears that Union's dropping back in the pistol formation.
Samaj Burnside, the running back now in a 3 wide receiver set. 3 set out to the left. Out of the pistol. They'll run it to Burnside. He gets to the 40 and then gets turned around and put on his side. Look like Pete Peebles, along with Gage Bennett and Kobe Kemp, doing some teamwork there on the stop. A gain of 4.
Seen a lot of runs on this drive from the Union Yellowjackets. Yet to see any pass plays. It's just been straight runs for the Yellowjackets, so let's see what they do here.
From the Rebel 40, clock ticking under 10:20 on the second quarter clock. Mylan Moore. Fake, keep it himself. Gets an opening out to the 35, the 30, spins. Still on his feet and gets turned around once, twice, and then finally driven down outside the numbers right side as Rebels had a hard time getting a hold of Mylan Moore there. He picks up a first down to the Rebel 26.
Moore tried to make a spin move on Jack Harkins, and if he would have got the spin move right, he would have been walking in the end zone, but a good wrap-up tackle by Harkins to prevent that for the Rebel defense.
And see his knee went down at the 27, first and 10. For the Jackets. They started this drive inside their own 10 and have moved it slowly down the field. They throw a little quick hitch in the slot to Tucker, but he can't bring it in. Got a couple of hands on it, but that ball had some hot sauce on it.
Looked like it was Braden Welch coming in and disrupting the pass there for the Rebels. Good breakup by him in the open field.
Second down, they bring in that big set, sort of wing formation there. 2 backs on the wing, Harris and Buckley. They'll bring Buckley in motion. And a nice hole for Harris. He leaps over a Leake defender, goes inside the 15, and gets upended at about the 12-yard line. Joshua Gray and Jack Harkins kept that one from being a touchdown. First and 10 as Union goes inside the David Barham Insurance red zone.
Looks like this will be the 12th play for Union on this drive as they drove down the field from their own 10-yard line, like you said, Phillip. So Union really making up for the bad field position in the red zone here.
Go on a sweep. Buckley breaks through to the second level, goes inside the 5. The ball comes loose. It's taken by Tyler Winstead. He's running up the near sideline. No, excuse me, that's Matthew Nowell. And I got to tell you, that may have been an inadvertent whistle. They're going to say there was no fumble on the play. Instead, he's down inside the 5, and I'm not sure the officials got that one right, my friend. He was fighting inside the 5, and they say his knee hit the ground. Coach Pickins not happy with that explanation, but he'll have to live with it like the rest of us.
And Matthew now is making that long walk down from the other end of the end zone. Thought he had the touchdown, but officials saw otherwise.
It'll be 2nd and 3, gain of 7 on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 5. Now timeout call, timeout taken by the Rebels that will take with them. 13-0 the score, 8:50 second quarter.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-thru and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake defense trying to stiffen up inside the 5. Line of scrimmage right at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 for Union as they have worked it from their own 8-yard line all the way to the Leake 5, including a fake punt. Line up in that wing formation. Double wing set. Big fullback Bowder directly behind the quarterback under center. Moore will hand it to Bowder, but the Rebels are there to meet him and push him back. Maybe he got a yard to the 4, but that's it. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Bowder thought he had a hole in the middle. It's been there for most of the drive in the middle for the Rebel defense, but a good stop there inside their own really 5-yard line to make the stop, bring up 3rd down.
Give Gage Bennett credit with stepping into the hole. Looks like Union's double teaming Bobo a lot, and that is freeing up Bennett. He's taken full advantage of the opportunity. 3rd and 2, big defensive play for Leake. Hand it to the running back Buckley, and he's able to spin off a defender and go down right near the sticks at the 2 along the right hash. Does he have enough for the first down is the question, though. Officials stop the clock with 7:59 to go in the second quarter. They'll say he does not have enough. It looks like he's got about a foot to go, 4th and goal.
It's going to be 4th down for the Rebels, but it's going to be a real short 1 yard for the Union Yellowjackets to get. Let's see if the Rebel defense can step up big here, get a 4th down stop for the Rebels.
Now they've looked at it again, and they say 1st and goal now for Union.
Well, they didn't bring it out to measure it, so they just went with a gut call and made it a 1st and goal.
That was they closed their right eye instead of the left eye. Hand off, straight ahead, burrowing down, and across the painted line into the end zone for the touchdown. I think that was Bowder. Or no, it was 3, Harris. Harris goes in for the touchdown for Union. They've got an extra point coming up that could cut the Rebel lead to 6.
Big drive there from the Union Yellowjacket offense, going 90 yards down the field with a fake punt. Managed to get in the end zone and make this a ball game again. Keep that Rebel offense on the sideline, really chewing up a lot of clock while they've been at it. So 13-6, Rebels still lead, but Union gets the first touchdown for them, and they go for 2 here. Looks like it's going to be Aiden Davis going in, getting the 2-point conversion as well. 13-8 now, Rebels with the lead.
2-point conversion, good. 13-8 the score. Rebels on top. We'll be back with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff as Leake Academy football continues.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. Union's Aiden Davis will tee it up after a time-consuming drive by Union where they just ground it down the field. Put it in, got the two-point conversion as well. It's 13-8. Davis ready to kick. Adcock and Weaver stand along the 15, ready to receive it. He'll squib it ahead. Braden Welch takes it at the 35 and slides down like he was stealing second base there, and the Rebels will start in the middle of the field at the 35, leading 13-8.
Union Yellowjackets on that last drive went 16 plays, 90 yards to get in the end zone, capped off by a fake punt on 4th and 12, really gave the Yellowjackets life on offense. Then a 15-yard run by Vaden Batter, the longest run of the drive, capped off by Quintezis Harris touchdown run, and then Aiden Davis two-point conversion brings us to a 13-8 ball game. Rebels lead, 7:50 to go in the second quarter, and that's your performance therapy reset.
Nowell and Weaver split out to the left of the formation. Major Chandler and Jack Harkins to the right. Adcock, the running back, they'll bring Weaver in motion behind the backfield. Quick throw, pass complete, good for 11 yards, straight ahead to Chandler. He gets knocked down. Give Buckley the credit for the tackle, but that's an 11-yard gain in a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Major Chandler's been there this whole first half in the middle of the field, either a hitch route or a little drag route over the middle. Major Chandler's been there for the Rebels on offense, gives them a first down here.
After the 11-yard pass play, 1st and 10 at the 46. Three-man front for Union. Play fake. Time to throw for Wilcox. Up in the air, deep, left side, but overshoots Weaver at about the 15. In coverage with him was Jaden Guzman. Be 2nd and 10.
These Leake receivers on the outside really have a step on the Union defensive backs, but just a couple of balls hadn't been there for the Rebels, but they have been there tonight, just not on that last play, trying to get it to catch 22, Math and Weaver.
2nd and 10. 4 wide receiver formation. Adcock takes the handoff. Nothing to the outside. He tucks it back inside and finds about 3 yards to the 49. Be 3rd and 7 for LA. Under 7 minutes to go in the Welch Forest Products second quarter. Possession play coming up here for Leake. From the shotgun, junior Wilcox looks at a three-man front. Couple linebackers coming up on the edge. 5 coming after Wilcox. He throws it to the sideline. Pass caught by Nowell, and they say he got the toe down. Gain of 12 on the play, and that's a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10 at the 43.
Another tough throw by Wilcox, getting from the right hash to the left outside, out of bounds. Matthew Nowell, and a good toe drag by Matthew Nowell. Really sold it in front of that referee, got the first down for the Rebels.
2-by-2 receivers on first down. Sweep to the outside. Adcock looking for room to run. Won't find much at all. He gets a yard, if that. Nice tackle in the open field by Zy Buckley. They'll give him the 41, so it's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up now for LA. Clock winding under 6 minutes, 14 seconds to play in quarter number 2. Move Major Chandler's an H-back to the right. 3 wide receivers in the formation. 2nd and 8. Low snap. Here's Wilcox putting it up deep over the middle, and there's some contact inside the 10. Weaver got shoved down, and that's going to draw a flag.
Looked like it was Kobe Hutchins covering Matthew Weaver on that one. Really would have been a tough play by Matthew Weaver, but didn't really help when Hutchins was just a little tugging away at the back of Matthew Weaver.
Pass interference call should move the line of scrimmage up to the 28 or thereabout. No, 20, excuse me. They were at the 41, so the 26, excuse me. In Union territory, 5:55 on the clock. And the Rebels leading by 5. So 5s are wild right now. Line of scrimmage, indeed, the 26-yard line. And it's going to be the Heat timeout. We'll take it with them, and we'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Chipley's Squareview Inn. It's the experience you're looking for. Whether it's a wedding, holiday party, business dinner, or weekend getaway, Chipley's Squareview Inn can accommodate an array of services. So, when you're planning your event or special occasion, book your stay at airbnb.com or give us a call at 601-741-8215. Whether it's our beautiful rooftop, our elegant reception area, or our lavish hotel rooms, it really is the experience you're looking for. Chipley's Squareview Inn is located at 109 North Pearl Street in Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
We return from the Heat timeout. Leake will put Nowell, Weaver, and Chandler out to the left. And they'll put Wright Palokas out to the right side, short side of the field. Of course, the Leake offensive line, left to right. Jenkins, Pucklich, Moore, Walsworth, and McDill. Actually, John White King at right tackle right now. Handoff Adcock. He's able to cross the 25, but then gets stopped there as Davis got him around the waist after he picks up a couple. The 24-yard line. Second down and 8 for the red and blue. More red than blue tonight with the red jerseys. Moving left to right. Hand off to Adcock, and he slips. This turf came out from under him as he tried to make a cut. Goes right down, in fact, loses a yard at the 25.
Yeah, Adcock saw the hole in the middle of the offensive line for the Rebels, but just unfortunate slip and fall from Garrett Adcock. I hadn't seen that a lot tonight considering all the rain we got yesterday, but that's probably one of our first slips here in this first half.
Third down, 9 to go. Line of scrimmage, the 25. Wilcox takes a chest-high snap. Throws into the slot, but too far out in front of Nowell. Inside the 20. Leake's going to be faced with 4th down and 9 at the 25. A little too far to attempt the field goal, I would think. Not really any wind, but just the distance may be prohibitive, and looks like Coach Corey Burns, the offensive coordinator, is going to signal in a play for 4th and 9 with 4:50 to play in the second.
Rebels went for it last time on 4th and 9 on the other side of the field, and hopefully they can have a different result than the false start that they had the first time the Rebels went for it on 4th down. So let's see what they do here. 3
wide receivers. Back to throw, Wilcox. Throw it over the middle. Has Chandler at the 15. Gets stacked up close to the 10. That's going to be a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down as the Rebels enter the David Barham Insurance red zone and bring in Grayson McDonald into the game for a little size.
Baker Chandler's been a real good target for George Wilcox here in this first half. Seen him a lot of connections between the two of them.
First down, they hand it off to Adcock. Got past one Yellow Jacket, couldn't get past the second one, but he gets spilled at about the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of about 3 on the play.
Looks like John David Gill coming in for Adcock, giving him a break at tailback.
Well, in fact, they set the line of scrimmage. They said 1st and goal, so it's just inside the 10. He got to the 9, so it's just a 1-yard gain. Gill in the ball game at running back on the right hip of Wilcox. Gill gets the carry, gets a block right side, dives to the 5. Good run straight up the gut. Be 3rd and goal from the 5. Tackle made out there by Mylan Moore. Well, right in between the hashes, middle of the playing field. Clock ticking under 3:40 to play before halftime. Set Gill at the right hip of Wilcox. 4 wide receivers, 1 left, 3 right. Wilcox wants to put it in the air. Throws right at the goal line. Gets the 3rd touchdown. There's the hat trick. 6 for the Rebels. Wilcox to Nowell. Once, twice, 3 times, and Leake extends the lead 19-8.
Wanted to channel my inner Tony Romo on that one. Saw Matthew Nowell on the outside. Thought they were going to do a one-on-one play and wanted to call it out, but also a good grab by Matthew Nowell on the outside for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Gives the Rebels a 19-8 lead over Union.
Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting. Extra point attempt coming up from Nowell. Walsworth snaps, Harkins holds, Nowell kicks, but it's no good, and so it stays 19-8 with 3:25 to go 2nd quarter. We'll be back after this with a Morris Pharmacy kickoff.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-thru and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Matthew Nowell with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. Hauled in at the 14 by Omari Holiday. Works outside to the 30. Still on his feet to the 40, and the Rebels finally drag him out of bounds around the 42, 43-yard line. So really good return for the Yellowjackets. Sets them up nicely after Leake extends the lead.
Last drive for the Rebels, it was a 10-play drive with a lot of different looks. Rebels gave a couple handoffs to John David Gill, a couple handoffs to Garrett Adcock, a 15-yard pass interference penalty, but it was capped off by a 3rd touchdown grab of the night for Matthew Nowell, a 5-yard touchdown grab. 3rd passing touchdown for George Wilcox, but a missed PAT brings us to a 19-8 ball game. Rebels lead, 3:15 to go right before halftime. And that's your Performance Therapy reset.
Double wing formation on 1st and 10 at the 43, under center. Hand off, little backside sweep. Breaking tackles into Leake territory, picking up 11 yards to the Leake 46 is Harris. Harris starting to break some tackles and get physical with the Rebel D.
Union having a lot of different running backs they're handing the ball off to, so keeping fresh legs, and that's causing a little bit of trouble with Rebel defense trying to get the Union offense off this field here in this first half.
2nd quarter presented by Welch Forest Products, under 2:50 to play before half. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff. The Rebels sniff that one out. Run that backside, this time to the right instead of the left. Omari Holiday fights back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looked like Tyler Winstead and Grayson McDonald helping Hagan Bobo on the play.
Rebels stuffed that run play there from the Yellowjackets. Brings up 2nd and long.
Now in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Moore throws, little quick out to Tucker. He absorbs some contact at the 40, stays upright, and gets close to the line to gain for the first down. He'll be less than a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 after a 9-yard gain.
A couple Rebel defenders out there, like Tyler Winstead was trying to bring down Mason Tucker, but Tucker managed to get a little bit closer to that first down, so it makes it 3rd and 1 now for the Yellow Jackets.
Taking down toward 90 seconds to play in the quarter. 3rd and 1. Handoff to the B-back. That's Bowder straight ahead, and he's got the first down. Gets to the 31, and Union moves the chains. Stay with us. When we get to the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime, we're hoping to have a conversation with Brantley Scott, the softball coach here at Leake Academy. 1st and 10. Moore pumps, throws, intercepted by Matthew Nowell at the 5. He's at the numbers left side, back toward the middle of the field, slips past the defender, 25, then gets tripped up to the 30. Baller alert. Matthew Nowell, 3 touchdown catches weren't enough. He wants to add an INT to the stat line.
We don't usually hand out player of the half awards, but I feel like Matthew Nowell's got his hand in the hat on that award because he's made it happen all over the field on defense and on offense. Catching 3 touchdowns, like you said, Philip, and an interception return. Gives the Rebels a chance to add another points to the scoreboard. 19-8 to go, or 1:06 to go. Rebels lead 19-8 against Union.
Leake with 1:06 to play. See if they elect to try to get a big chunk play or whether just keep it on the ground and take it into the halftime leading by 11. Been a very competitive second quarter. Leake dominated the first quarter. 4 wide receivers. Leake going to try to put it in the air. Pressure around Wilcox, and he's going to get hit. His helmet pops off. He's sacked back at the 26-yard line. And that was big Aiden Davis finally muscling his way into the backfield and taking Wilcox down. His helmet comes off. They elect not to use a timeout here. The Rebels do have 2 if they want to use that timeout. I think they could then bring Wilcox back in, but instead looks like they're going to put Riles Wilkerson in it. Now they're going to put Mathen Weaver back at quarterback and have an empty set backfield. 5 wide receivers. Keeper from Weaver, right side. Weaving, dodging, 35-40. Grabbed by the jersey at the 45, but he's still able to pull the defender into Union territory and out of bounds at the 45. How about that? Gain of 29 on the play.
Mathen Weaver also a good heads-up play, getting out of bounds, saving the Rebels. Those 2 timeouts they do have stops the clock at 41 seconds for the Rebels.
QB1 re-enters the game. Line of scrimmage, right hash, Union 45. Rebels have some things here in front of him. Throw caught by Nowell at the 40, and he's hit and driven backwards. Crowd wants a horse collar tackle. I think there is some yellow laundry on the field because Jaden Guzman grabbing him. I couldn't tell if he had him around the shoulder or there in the neck area, and it looks like the officials are going to call the horse collar tackle. He got a terrible spot. Should have gotten the 40. They marked it at the 42.
Yeah, whatever they called on the field, it wasn't a tackle. It was some kind of horse collar or something.
But the call is indeed a horse collar tackle, personal foul. Ball walked from the 42 to the 27. 34 seconds to go in the half. Rebels already at the line of scrimmage with a 4 wide receiver set. Rebels trying to get a late score before half. Put Wilcox in the pocket. Throw caught at the 15 by Harkins. He's able to work a couple extra yards and then go out of bounds. Smart play by senior Jack Harkins to conserve some time with 22 seconds, but the Rebels get the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10. And they spot it at the 14-yard line. That's going to be in the David Barham Insurance red zone. First down.
Like we mentioned with Mathen Weaver, a good heads-up play getting out of bounds. Another good heads-up play by Jack Harkins, catching the ball, immediately getting out of bounds.
1st and 10. Looking over the middle, now drifting to the right. Little throw to Harkins, but it's off his chest, incomplete in the end zone. He had to go low to get that one and couldn't get a handle on the ball. Incomplete. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. He put that where only Harkins could get it. That's what you got to really admire Wilcox there for on that throw.
Yeah, the ball was there, but it was just a tough grab for Harkins to make on that by the pylon right there.
From the 14, 2nd and 10. Throw over the middle. Weaver's got it at the 2, gets hit, spins, falls forward. They say he's down at the 1. And Leake will use a timeout with 9 seconds to play in the half. So it'll be a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and goal from the 1. So it's a small town rental timeout that we'll keep right here. We wouldn't want you to miss a 1st and goal from the 1 play. And we're right before halftime anyway. Remember, when we get to the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime, we're going to talk to Brantley Scott, the softball coach here at Leake Academy. Well, how about this, Sam, that this sort of a 2-minute drill drive. The Rebels had a lot less than that when they took over the ball. They took over possession of the ball after the Matthew Nowell interception.
Yeah, when George Wilcox had to come out of that play, didn't really know what the Rebels were going to do, if they were just going to take it into halftime or be aggressive, and they went with Matthew Weaver in the direct snap, and that really opened up the playbook, you could say, for the Rebels to do here in this 2-minute drill, like you said. Brings it up on the 1-yard line for the Rebels, 9 seconds to go.
They've got the heavy package in. Weaver next to Wilcox, and then Kemp and McDonald on the right side of the formation. I think this is going to be a quarterback keeper. It is. Behind the big bodies, going in, standing up. George Wilcox, 6 for the Rebels right before halftime. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting.
How about the big fellas up front getting George Wilcox some time and getting that end zone untouched? Didn't even have to be tackled or even try to break a tackle. George Wilcox walking right in the end zone for 6 for the Rebels.
So put 6 more up on the scoreboard for Leake with the extra point coming up. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Chase those points, 25-8. The 2-point conversion coming up here. 3 wide receivers tight to the formation right side. Looking, throw over the middle, and it's caught by Jack Harkins. Over the middle in the end zone. 2 more on the board, and it's 27-8. Leake converting the 2-point play.
Harkins with a good route there for the Rebels. Just found that open spot in the field and just sat there, and George Wilcox found him for the 2-point conversion. Makes it 27-8 Rebels, 5 seconds to go before halftime.
I'd say that drive right there is as impressive as anything I've seen the Rebels do this season here in Week 4.
Yep, absolutely. You could tell that when the Rebels working that 2-minute drive, it's something they've done before and got to execute it in the game, and really showed how well prepared the Rebels were on that drive and saving clock while they were driving down the field, being efficient on offense.
Here comes the Morris Pharmacy kickoff with 5 seconds to play before the intermission. Matthew Nowell tees it up, middle of the field, more or less, a little over to the right. At the 40, 3 deep receivers for Union. Holiday, Buckley, and Kobe Hutchins. Here comes Nowell. He'll line drive it into the sideline near side. Maybe not the design there. I think he wanted sky kick that a little bit, but the ceiling was kind of low on that sky.
Yeah, just a little bit. Ball went out of bounds, but don't really know what the Union Yellowjackets are going to do here. 5 seconds to go if they're going to take a deep shot or just take it into halftime. So I guess we'll find out.
And they're really not a deep shot kind of ball club. I mean, you might as well take it if you're in this position, but that's not their ball game. middle of the field, 35-yard line, and the Rebels will put 3 deep safeties back, Gray and Nowell and Harkins, and they'll even drop Welch back. It's Josh Ray getting them back, so they'll play sort of quarters coverage way in the back, trying to prevent anything from getting behind them.
Rather be in prevent than be caught off guard by something.
It's going to be a keeper. Moore sweeps right side to the 40, stays on his feet, 45 into Rebel territory, but he runs out of ground. He gets escorted out of bounds by Matthew Nowell and Gage Bennett, and that will be the end of the half. Midway point, Leake 27 and Union High School 8. We've had an entertaining first half. Stay with us. We'll get the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime underway as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
I sure do like my new hunting rifle. I bought it over at Ozark Ag. When I went in, they had such a great selection. Took me a while to make up my mind. I have it sighted in now, and I'm ready for the big bucks. Tomorrow I'm going back over to Ozark Ag and stock up on ammo. While I'm there, I just might check out those deer stands. Hey, honey, I know you're listening. Make sure you shop for me at Ozark Ag. They're on Highway 16 West in Carthage.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health. Providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist League, making your health care our #1 priority.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back at Thagard Field, it's the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime. Leake leads Union in this Week 4 contest for the Rebels 27-8. They led 13-0 at the end of the first quarter and had a really impressive 2-minute drive to close out the half and get 8 more points on the board, extend the lead from 19-8 out to 27-8. But we'll tell you more about a recap of the first half when we bring Sam Rigby back in just a little bit. The Union High School Band has taken the field, and that's a treat in itself. So we'll be sure you get to hear some of that, but we'll also have our halftime interview, and we've got Brantley Scott, the softball coach here at Leake Academy, with us. And, Coach, I always appreciate you coming up here at halftime to talk to us early in the season.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, you've got a young ball club this year. We talked to Marley Myers a couple of weeks ago, and of course she's just an outstanding leader, I know, for your ball club.
She is.
And talk about how this team has developed, because of course when you've got a young ball club, development and encouragement and just building it game by game, inning by inning, at bat by at bat, pitch by pitch is a big part of the strategy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Like you said, we are a very young ball team, but these girls, they always give it their all every game, with one senior and one junior, and then the rest just lower in the younger grades. It's tough for them, but they're working through it and battling every game, and I'm real proud of their effort always, and they just make me proud.
When you've you've got a couple of weeks left in this regular season. It's kind of moving on fast, isn't it? August turns to September and then to October quickly.
Yeah, we have about 4 games left, and then we'll go to Senatobia for the North State tournament at the end of September. So we're excited for that and just working to prepare and get ready for that.
What's something about this particular group that's really impressed you as their coach?
Well, this group, like I said, they are young, so they are so coachable, and that's what I appreciate most about them. You just coach them up, and they just go with it, and I just love that this group, they're a tight-knit group. They work together, and they have each other's backs, and I think that's what's most important about a good team is playing for each other and, not themselves.
Well, I know that during the fall, softball sometimes sort of is in the let's be honest, is in the shadows of football as far as crowds and attention and all of that. But it's a very competitive league, isn't it? And it just seems like every couple of years you start to look and you go, well, just the overall level of play in MAIS is just inching up year by year, isn't it?
It is. Oh, yeah. There's some tough ball teams out there that we play, especially in 5A. It's the hardest division, in my opinion, in the game of softball.
Well, I want to talk about one more thing that's part of your job that has actually nothing to do with a diamond or being able to field or hit the ball or anything. Tell our audience about what you do during the week, and you're spearheading a new program at Leake Academy that's it's close to my heart and my family, and it's something that touches a lot of families out there.
Yeah, so during the school week, I'm a dyslexia therapist here at Leake Academy. I started the program, I think I told you 2 years ago, but it was actually 3 years ago. The time got away from me. So, yeah, I'm so glad that we are able to offer that to our kids here during the school day. It's such a great program that we have here for our dyslexic students.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say someone's listening to us talk here at halftime, and they've got a child or a grandchild, and they wonder, okay, I wonder if maybe some of the, maybe some of the struggles with reading or some other indicators say, okay, maybe this child is dyslexic. What would you recommend somebody do if they're just starting to wonder, is that what's going on, and they want to know where to turn next?
Yeah, so definitely if you have any suspicions, the first thing you want to do is get them evaluated. And I always recommend Mississippi College has an amazing dyslexia center that they test any ages for that, and that's definitely the first step. and if you go to public school, they can evaluate you there, but outside public school, you kind of have to get evaluated on your own. So that definitely, early intervention is key for students with dyslexia for sure.
So just to make clear what I heard you say, and I think it's worth underlining with people, I think I heard you say there's no good reason to wait if you suspect that's what's 100%. Going on.
100%. No, don't wait at all. Early intervention is key.
Good. One other thing I want to ask you about it, having heard that is maybe someone's wondering, okay, well then let's say I go, I get an evaluation. The evaluation comes back and says, okay, yeah, there's dyslexia here. What's next? What would a family expect?
So if you're from Leake Academy, you would talk to me, and I would, I would work the kid into my day, and we would start the dyslexia therapy. And then a public school, they would go to their special education department, and then they would get them enrolled to their therapy program there.
Good. Well, I tell you, and just this is sort of off script here, but I was telling Brantley during the break, we were talking about this and saying it's close to my family's heart. Our older daughter, who's now 28, was diagnosed when she was in about third or fourth grade, and we got a really good program going with her. And, of course, she ended up graduating with honors from high school and then from honors from nursing school at William Carey. She's an RN in Meridian now. And there's a book that my wife and I read early on that someone suggested to us called The Gift of Dyslexia. And there really is, as you start to see it, not something that you panic and think, oh, no, our world's coming to an end, but actually there's a gift.
It is.
Yeah, I see you nodding. One more comment. What is the gift of dyslexia in your opinion?
So, well, some things people don't realize about dyslexia is kids with dyslexia often, they have a very high IQ. They're very, very smart. It's just the fact that their brain has to learn how to read a different way. Dyslexia is a struggle with print language, and, that's it. And I think it's something that's not talked about enough. I'm very passionate about it. I could talk about it all night. But, so I just recommend if you or know anybody, that might see any early warning signs of it, get them evaluated as soon as possible so they can get the help to teach their brain how to read.
I'm really glad we had this conversation, and maybe this last 3 or 4 minutes here will be a turning point for somebody. So I'm glad that came up, and I appreciate you sharing that with us here at halftime. All right, Coach Brantley Scott, the softball coach and dyslexia program coordinator here at Leake Academy, with us on the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime. Coach, thanks for being with us, and it'd be great to see this young softball team to bring it back around full circle. Finish the way we did last year.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you and
the
girls, and thanks for what you do here at Leake Academy.
Thank you.
Coach Brantley Scott joining us. We'll step aside and take one more break, and then we'll bring Sam Rigby back, and we'll give you a recap of the first half and also take a look at the scoreboard. Leake leads at the intermission over Union 27-8. Leake Academy football continues.
Whether you have a honey-do list or a big-time construction project, Small Town Rental is ready to deliver. From mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, tillers, augers, and so much more. You'll find Small Town Rentals on Highway 16 in Carthage across from the hospital. And they even deliver so you can get results instead of excuses. Follow Small Town Rental on Facebook and find out how Blair Purvis, the guy with the pink gooseneck trailer, can help you reserve your equipment today. Tune in next time when you'll hear Little Bit say,
I'm meant for my daddy so he can buy me more horses.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
The word is that there ain't no flies on my back.
Well, there is plenty of truth to that if you'll get yourself down to the Leake County Co-op. You know them pesky old flies and skeeters? They have been worrying us all, and it's hard to enjoy rocking on the front porch without getting all eat up. That's a big nail. Your Leake County Co-op has fly mosquito sprays, traps, and everything under the sun that'll take care of them pests away so you can enjoy your patio time this summer. Leake County Co-op, Highway 16 in Carthage.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper. Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station. Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Now, Bob, when we started the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, this wasn't exactly what we had in mind.
I'm sorry, but they're my babies. We're about to go grab lunch and then head to the farm.
Well, where are you headed?
Rosebud General Store, out there in Rosebud on Highway 487 East. Nothing but the best for my babies. They got everything you need for your farming family.
Well, your calf sure is sweet. Does she have a name?
There's the Cow Patty.
Whoa, let me get this straight. You named your cow Patty?
No, sir. It's what you stepped in.
Ew.
Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East. Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family-owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Boswell Media Sports.
Halftime at Thagard Field. The Carthage Vet Clinic halftime continues. Leake leads 27-8. Really quick, we'll just hit a few scores and bring Sam in and talk about this first half. At the half, Jackson Prep leading Jackson Academy 21-0. Scott Central leading Leake County as they start the third quarter 28-0. And we'll just hit some scores that are sort of in our area, neck of the woods. Starkville leading Meridian early third quarter 21-0. And a few others. West Point leading Noxubee County 14-6 at the half. Neshoba Central 14, West Lauderdale 7 at the intermission. Choctaw County up big 20-0 on Ripley at halftime. And looking at a few others, got to skip over a few. Winona 17, Kosciuszko 6 at the half. Morton on the road at Leake Central leading 27-14 over in Carthage. And look down this last list. That'll do it for now. Let's bring in Sam to talk about first half where the Rebels took to the air and got up big.
Rebels started off really hot in this ball game. Started out 14-0 with a quick lead over Union. Started off on the first drive with a Garrett Adcock 33-yard run, along with a 30-yard Matthew Nowell touchdown reception for the night. Then on that next drive, it was a 45-yard screen pass to Garrett Adcock, along with a 31-yard touchdown reception by Matthew Nowell. Rebels went 3 and out. On the fourth drive, though, there's a 5-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Nowell for his third touchdown of the night on a 10-play drive for the Rebels, so a little bit longer than the previous quarter, because the Union on the drive before that went 16 plays, 90 yards, on a fake punt, 15-yard run by Vaden Boder, and then Quintezis Harris with a touchdown run for Union gave them their first touchdown of the night to make it a 6-point game, or 6 points by the Yellowjackets, then a 2-point conversion by Aiden Davis. Rebels closed out for the half with a 8-play drive under 2 minutes. A couple of big plays on that one with Jack Harkins and Mathen Weaver in the quarterback power. When George Wilcox had to come out of the game because his helmet popped off, Rebels put in Mathen Weaver in the quarterback, just a direct snap, big run, set up the Rebels. Ended with a George Wilcox touchdown run and 2-point conversion by Matthew Harkins. Brings us to where we're at now, Phil, with a 27-8 Rebels lead coming back here in the second half.
Both teams are stretching. Leake just coming out of the locker room. We may get another minute or two added to the clock, and that being the likelihood, I'll hit a few more scores for you. Of course, you can find scores anytime on Friday night and Saturday morning at Kicks96news.com on the scoreboard widget there in the news stories. But here are a few others, some of the 7A ball games. Big one going on in Madison tonight. Number 7, Madison Central leads the Gulfport Admirals 21-7 at the half. Warren Central doubling up Germantown 28-14. So the Vikings playing really well against a good Germantown ball club. Wayne Academy leading Columbia Academy 14-12 in Waynesboro tonight. Grenada and Oxford are in a tight one at halftime. The Oxford Chargers 16, and the Grenada, they're the Chargers too, aren't they?
I think so.
It's
Chargers
twice
squared.
the Chargers. All right, 16-14 anyway. I nearly got distracted there. Here are a few others. Brookhaven leading Pearl 10-7 at the intermission. And a few others we've got. As we've got time, the ones I'm looking at I've already called out. Ocean Springs leads Northwest Rankin in a defensive ball game 7-0 at the half. The Greyhounds up over the Cougars of Northwest Rankin. That's a quick look at some scores that have come across the Twitter machine over the last hour. We're 27-8 here. They have added a couple of more minutes. We'll remind everybody that our video and audio stream is presented by Triple M Motors, and we're going to take all this great equipment on the road next week. We're going to go to Columbus, and we're going to face the Heritage Patriots. And, boy, we had a barn burner of a game here against Heritage last year, 38-33. That was Leake's first win of the year. You remember last year they started out 0-4, and Heritage came in with a very young ball club, and they were winless. And, boy, these two teams went after each other. And Leake able to pull away in the fourth quarter and win it, and that was the beginning of the turnaround when they won 5 out of their last 7 ball games last season. Leake coming in at 2-1, taking the near sideline here, and their red jerseys with the navy helmets and the gray pants. Union in black helmets with that. Where have I seen that U before? I've seen it somewhere. It looks good, though, on them white jerseys with black numbers and black pants. Good contrast. And we're going to put the 3 up on the score graphic. Here we go. We're about to start this third quarter. It'll be Union getting the ball to start the second half. What do you think Leake needs to do to close this one out?
Well, Philip, we saw in the first half a lot of success the Rebels had on defense, getting the Union Yellowjackets off the field quick and not letting them drive down the field in these big drives, a lot of plays to tire out the Rebel defense and get the Rebel offense back on the field. So I feel like the Rebel offense, if they can just really keep doing what they've been doing in the first half, they'll have a good chance to bring home the W. But big task by the Rebel defense, getting some stops, getting that Rebel offense back out there to really push ahead on this lead. They do have a good lead now, but it's always nice to add a little icing on the cake and put some more points up there.
Appreciate that analysis from Sam Rigby. He is the Gilbert Barham color commentator. That color commentator's chair is sponsored by Rosebud General Store. We appreciate them honoring somebody who's left such a great impact on the Leake Academy community. So many others throughout the state, the late Gilbert Barham. Leake to kick it off, going left to right. Here's the Morris Pharmacy kickoff to start quarter number 3. Matthew Nowell comes forward, swings the right leg, puts a high end-over-end kick that's going to hit the ground at the 18. Gets scooped up around the numbers left side, dancing around, dodging around, and then getting some yards past the 35 goes Kobe Hutchins. Jack Harkins got him before he could get anything else. Actually, sorry, Joshua Gray, not Jack Harkins on that. So the line of scrimmage will be the 36. Now they move it up to the 37, kind of getting this together, 37-yard line. And we start the third quarter presented by Westside Body Shop. Leake 27, Union 8. If you're listening on Cruising 98.3, thank you. Appreciate Ashley Davis running the studio producers' responsibilities tonight. Got Billy Steen here with us in the booth. First down, Moore throws it out to Tucker on a little tunnel screen inside, but the Rebels stop it before it gets upfield. And again, Kobe Kemp. Boy, he has been very active at middle linebacker tonight.
Kobe Kemp's been all over the field tonight for sure. Having a couple of pass breakups, good key pass breakups in the defense on that play, making the open field tackle on that screen pass from Union.
3 wide receivers out to the wide side of the field. That's the left. Pistol set. Mylan Moore, the quarterback. Take the snap, keep it around the right side, gets to the corner, 45, 50, and then gets chucked out of bounds by Jack Harkins at the Leake 47. That play has worked pretty well for them during the second quarter and here to start the third. Just a direct snap back to the quarterback, and he heads to the corner.
Yeah, Moore, a really quick, athletic quarterback. When he gets that snap, he's thinking run, and he's definitely taking off with the speed he has there to really burst upfield and give some momentum for the Union offense.
1st and 10 Yellow Jackets at the Leake 47. This time out of that formation, they'll run it straight ahead with Harris, and he bangs dragging red-shirted defenders across the 40 for a big gain of about 9 down to the 38-yard line. Tyler Winstead gets credit for the tackle. 2nd and about 1.5. Line of scrimmage, the Leake 38, right between the 38 and 39. Same play, except this time it's the smaller back dancing around, nothing inside, trying to dodge defenders, getting to the 35, the 34 goes Burnside. No one hit, and a few others, Kobe Kemp among them, having to really, a couple of times those guys were grabbing air.
Yeah, Samaj Burnside, like I mentioned earlier, he's a smaller back at 5'5", but he's also a really quick back. That's really hard to bring tackles out in the open field. He's quick on his feet and makes good movements out there. But a good job by the Rebel defense wrapping him up, even though it is first down, prevent the long gain.
1st and 10 from the Rebel 34. Keeper, right side, Moore chase to the side, and Kobe Kemp checks him out of bounds after a short gain on first down. Looks like they mark it at about the 33, 32-yard line. We'll say 2nd and 8. We'll have in-sports trivia this quarter. And it's going to be connected to Union High School, but maybe, but certainly in an indirect way. We'll just tease it out that way. 2nd and 8 for Union. Clock stop with 10:04 to play in the third. Leake leads it by 19. Shotgun set now with 3 wide receivers to the left. Roll out Moore. He'll stop. Throw off the hands of Tucker. Rebels jump up, get it, and it looks like somebody's got it for an interception. The Rebels do have it, and it's Jack Harkins on senior night. Interception for Jack, and the Rebels take over at the 24-yard line after getting their 2nd pick of the night.
Looked like some good pressure up front by that Rebel defense, hurrying Moore to force the bad throw. I couldn't entirely tell who it was made the pressure on Moore to force him to make that throw, but a good job by the Rebel defense getting in there, getting the interception, getting the ball back to this Rebel offense.
Rebels huddle up right near the sideline, and they'll come straight onto the field as the play clock winds under 15 seconds. And 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. H-back on the right side of the formation. Garrett Adcock, the running back. Adcock will take the handoff, bounce off a couple of Yellow Jacket D linemen and get a couple of yards. It's about one on the play. No, maybe two. Yeah, two on the play. Guy with the stick stopped early. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Rebels at the line of scrimmage. Put Harkins and Weaver out. Nowell and Weaver out to the left. The handoff, sweep right side, and then hitting the backfield. Tackled for a loss is Adcock, and good penetration from Harris to come up and stop him behind the line. 3rd down and 11 from the 24.
We hadn't called Adcock's name a whole lot in the second quarter. Rebels been really throwing the ball really well with the good connection what George Wilcox has to his receivers on the outside, and Nowell and Weaver and Harkins. Hadn't seen as much of Adcock as we saw in the past 2 games.
2 receivers split to each side from the gun. Wilcox takes a belt-high snap, drops back, throws over the middle. Pass caught by Weaver up to the 46-yard line. The Rebels get 21 on that play to the 45, and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st down.
Yeah, right on cue, talking about the connection that Wilcox has with his receivers. No one he's tighter with than Matthew Weaver out there in the slot and catch 22. Another 1st down for the Rebels.
1st down, the Rebels put it in the air again. A little quick hitch to Nowell at midfield. He turns to the outside and gets escorted out of bounds at the 49 in Yellow Jacket territory. A pickup of 6, 2nd and 4. Here's what the in sports trivia tonight's going to be. See, Union has been playing football since 1927. So I thought tonight's question would be, what does Sam know about big events in the year 1927?
Very minimal.
Oh,
Very
we'll
minimal.
see. We'll see. 2nd and 4. Rebels from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Wilcox will turn, fire quickly. Jack Harkins had it in his hands, turned upfield, and then it incomplete. Couldn't complete the catch there. He got worried about what was going to happen upfield and didn't secure the ball. 2nd and 10. All right, we'll go ahead and here's the first question. This is an easy one. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh made his famous solo nonstop transatlantic flight. What was the name of his plane? Hang on until after the play. What was the name of his plane that he made the famous transatlantic flight in? 3rd and 4. Having to step up under pressure, getting away from defenders. Wilcox throws upfield, and the ball is caught. Matthew Nowell with a tiptoe act on the far sideline along the 12, but there's a penalty flag. Penalty flag up at about the 45. That makes me wonder if it might be a lineman downfield play. Let's see what it is. It is going to be against the Rebels, I think. No, now they're pointing toward Union. Let's see. No, the Rebels are moving backwards. Oh, we wait for the call to be confirmed. All right. Lindbergh's plane. It's in the Smithsonian Institution. Air and Space Museum. Nope, I'm getting a blank look.
Not sure on that
Dan
one.
Young knows it, right? I didn't give a multiple choice tonight. This is straight up. This is straight up. That's right. I should have. All right, it's the Spirit of St. Louis. That was Billy Staines nodding. All right, a holding call puts it back at the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 9. We'll replay 3rd down. Back in Leake territory. 3 wide receivers. Wilcox sets his feet to throw. Now has to step up, looking downfield, moves to the left, and his pass intercepted the 45 into Leake territory, and Wilcox makes sure Mylan Moore doesn't get very deep. He's run out at the 47, but the Yellow Jackets take over.
There's something you don't see very often, a quarterback with an interception to another quarterback. Mylan Moore there playing DB for the Yellow Jackets. Thought Wilcox had a lot of time in the pocket, but just a error we hadn't seen too often from George Wilcox brings the Yellow Jackets back on the field.
All right, quick in sports trivia. Second question. In 1927, everything in this quiz happened that year. A man named Philo T. Farnsworth changed our lives, everybody's lives forever, when he transmitted the first electronic signal in what way?
I am not sure. I'm be honest with you, I do not know that one.
Okay. 1st and 10. That double wing formation. Moore trying to keep it. The Rebels hit him in the backfield. He fumbled it, but one of his offensive linemen, 64, Cooper Warren, got on it. But it's a yard back in Yellow Jacket territory, so they lose about 4 yards on that play. 2nd down and a long 14, maybe even 15 at the Union 49. Farnsworth transmitted an electronic signal successfully in 1927. It impacted everybody's lives, even people watching this game right now. Throwing, and there's a pick at the 40. At the 50. There goes Welch up to the 30. Back to the inside, cuts in. 15, 10, breaks a tackle. And that's 6 for the Rebels. Back-to-back games with a pick 6 for Braden Welch. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting, and Leake extends the lead to 33-8 with an extra point coming on a 50-yard pick 6.
How about Braden Welch right there? Right place, right time. Read more like a book on that one. Took it for a pick 6. Back-to-back pick 6s from Braden Welch. Great job in the open field. Also making some men misses from the Yellow Jackets. Broke a couple tackles, got in the end zone. Rebels up 33-8.
I'll tell you this, Sam. He had to work a whole lot harder on that one than he did on the one he got in the second half last week up in Cleveland. He had to break some tackles, cut back to the inside, and show some great athleticism. Braden Welch, and the extra point is no good. Rough night for Nowell kicking extra points. It stays at 33-8, 6:35 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pet. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming up after the Rebel defensive score. Made it 33-8. All right, I'm going to give the answer since we got an extra second here. Milo T. Farnsworth transmitted an electronic signal in a way that we've come to know as television. 1927. Billy Steen said the image was the image of a dollar sign. Here's the kick from Nowell. Pumps it deep inside the 5-yard line. Hutchins with it. Coming up to the 20. Correction, Mari Holiday will struggle to get to the 19. Rebels wrap him up. Like Caden Monk and Jeff and Kobe Kemp getting there for Leake. 33-8. Easy performance therapy reset.
Yeah, for sure on that one. It was 2 plays from the Union Yellowjackets. Second play, of course, with the pick 6 by Mr. Braden Welch. But a missed PAT by Matthew Nowell brings us to a 33-8 score. Rebels lead. 6:27 to go in the third quarter, and that's your performance therapy reset.
All right, we've got the third quarter heat timeout going, so we'll keep going. We're about to get to sports. Okay, so that may help some people. All right, but here's an easy one. 1927 is the subject of the In Sports Trivia tonight. What body of water caused the largest flood in American history in 1927?
Mississippi River.
All right, we're already hearing it in
Courtesy
the
of our
press
booth.
box. Mississippi River, and that is correct. Yeah. Matthew Freeney joining the Illuminati in the press box. He's on a roll. All right, here's another one real quick. Sports from here on out. What world-famous sports team played its first road game on January 7, 1927, and they continue to entertain millions of fans around the world with 400-plus games a year in 25 countries?
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, Harlem Globetrotters. Nice. Everybody knew that one. Handoff on 1st and 10 from the 19. Straight ahead. Bullying ahead to the 20 goes Bowder. Hagan Bobo stops him after a short gain. 2nd and 9. 6:13. Ticking third quarter clock. Third quarter presented by Westside Body Shop. And the Yellow Jackets getting that double wing set. Tied in. Handed, a little backside sweep to Harris. Rebels read it well. Give up just a yard and then knock him to the grass. Again, Kemp, Owen hit. In on the stop. It'll be 3rd down and about short 8. Maybe we'll call it 3rd and 7. The 22.
Looked like Grayson McDonald with some good pressure up that middle as well on that last play.
Last 3 questions are about sports champions. Who won the 1927 World Series? I'll give you a multiple choice. Was it the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, or the Philadelphia Phillies? Think about it. Let's get the play in here. Moore takes the snap, rolls out to his right, throws on the move, ball tipped, intercepted by Jack Harkins at the 32. He's tackled immediately at the 30, and 3rd interception for Leake tonight. They're set up with great field position at the 30.
2nd interception from Jack Harkins tonight, but help from 2 other Rebels got a tip on that ball, and Jack Harkins come in as the closer, really. Got the interception and brings the Rebel offense back on field.
5:03 to play. Leake leads 33-8 as we get the change of possession. All right, who won the 27 World Series?
I was going to say Boston, yeah.
All right, getting 2 Boston guesses. Dan Young says Yankees. What does Billy say? Billy's not sure. All right, it was the New York Yankees. That was considered by a lot of people maybe their greatest team ever in that era. The 27 Yankees, they swept the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-0 in the World Series. All right, who won the 1927 NFL championship? I'll give you guesses here. Chicago Bears, Chicago Cardinals, New York Giants. Got
Giants. I was going to say Giants.
Giants. Bears. It was the New York Football Giants.
Nice.
And won the 27 World. All right, last one. Who is considered the 1927 college football champion? I'll give you choices. Texas A&M, Illinois, or Georgia?
I'm going to say A&M, Texas A&M.
Here, 2 A&M guesses. College football champion, A&M, Illinois, or Georgia? Got an Illinois guess, got an Illinois, Georgia. Well, this one's tricky because all 3 have a claim, though the people who in reverse have said that it's have said reverse. The majority say A&M under Coach Dana X Bible. How about that? 1st and 10 Rebels from the 30. Quickly, somewhere in Alabama fans looking for some way to claim another national championship there in 27. Ole Miss fans are looking to see if the Dunkel system had been invented at that point. From the 30, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Big throw up the sideline. Should have been intercepted at the 10. They wanted Chandler inside the 10, but Jaden Guzman stepped in front of that pass but couldn't intercept it.
Guzman was there, but I thought for a second Major Chandler had a second to – seems like the deflected passes have been in Leake's favor tonight. Got 2 picks off deflections. Thought Major Chandler was about to have one fall right in his lap for a touchdown.
2nd and 10 Leake, moving left to right. 4:56 to play, third quarter, leading 33-8. 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Rebels trying to administer a knockout blow here. Pass complete in the slot to Chandler. And he gets hit in the midsection and upended inside the 20. So the Rebels move inside the David Barham Insurance red zone to the 18 and pick up the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. Gain of 12 on the play. Garrett Adcock at running back. Now will split out by himself to the left, and the other three receivers to the right. Wilcox looks right, then left, throws over the middle, but off the fingertips of Nowell on a slant. Incomplete.
Wilcox looking for Nowell again. Been a friendly target to George Wilcox here tonight. 3 touchdowns for Matthew Nowell in this ball game. Thought we almost saw number 4 on that last throw.
2nd and 10 from the 18. Adcock to carry, has a blocker. It breaks a tackle, 10 to the 5. He is in, 6 for the Rebels. First touchdown run of the night for Garrett Adcock. And Leake adds to the lead, 6 more Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting.
Rebels went back on the ground that last possession, handed the ball off to the hot hand, Garrett Adcock. Got in the end zone for an 18-yard touchdown run. Brings the Rebels out for the point after attempt, 39-8. Rebels lead, 4:31 remaining.
Walsworth snaps it back to Harkins. Hold down, kick up away from Nowell, and it's good. 4:31 to go, and it's Leake 40 and Union 8. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find, right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727.
Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
You heard is that there ain't no flies on my back. Well, there is plenty of truth to that if you'll get yourself down to the Leake County Co-op. You know them pesky old flies and skeeters, they have been worrying us all. And it's hard to enjoy rocking on the front porch without getting all eat up. That's a big nail. Your Leake County Co-op has fly mosquito sprays, traps, and everything under the sun that'll take care of them pests away so you can enjoy your patio time this summer. Leake County Co-op, Highway 16 in Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here's another Leake Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. That time a short field after a Jack Harkins interception led to more points. And Nowell sends it deep over toward Hutchins, and he mishandles it at the 5, has to pick it up off the bounce at the 1. Moving from right to left. Gets outside the hash, but can't turn the corner. The Rebels clip him down. Look to see what Rebel made that tackle. It was Owen Hitt, number 30. And they pin him, they pin Union deep at about the, looks like the 11-yard line. We'll see exactly where they set the ball down.
Yeah, last drive for the Rebels, it was 4 plays capped off by Garrett Adcock, 18-yard touchdown run for the Rebels. Gives the Rebels a 40-8 lead over Union with 4:23 to go in the third quarter. That's your performance therapy reset.
New line of scrimmage, the 12. Pistol set, handoff, but stuffed immediately is Burnside. Rebels getting physical on the inside. Again, Kobe Kemp. Owen Hitt. 2nd and 9, gain of about half a yard on the play.
Good tackle there by the Rebels. Kemp and Hitt on that one. Wrapping up the tailback for the Yellowjackets, brings up 2nd and 10.
Moore takes the snap, keeps on that right side sweep, and the Rebels are having nothing of that. They tackle him after a gain of about 1, up to about the 14-yard line. Be third and about 7. And we've got a small town rental timeout taken by Union. We'll take it with them with 3:28 to go. Third, Rebels up 40-8.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, sets, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
3rd and 7 from the 14 for Union. They're in that pistol set. Moore wants to throw. Has time. Throws it complete. Across the 30. Mason Tucker 40. Mason Tucker driven out of bounds. About a yard or two deep in Rebel territory. In fact, he's still moving Rebel defenders forward. And then there's a late shove in there that doesn't seem to draw the attention of the officials, but big gain there. From the 14 up to the Leake 46-yard line. So that's a gain of 42 on the play.
Mason Tucker's a guy that we've seen a good bit tonight in the open field. They like to get him in the middle of the field and get Tucker the ball whenever they're going to throw it. And that time, Tucker with a big gain for the Union Yellowjackets.
This time, Moore will have 2 wide receivers on his left and 1 to the right. Pistol set. Tucker, his favorite receiver, split out to the right. They'll hand it off. Harris crashes ahead from the 46 down to the 43. Gain of 3 on the play. And credit Grayson McDonald with the stop. Clock winds under 2:36 on a ticking third quarter clock. Third quarter presented by Westside Body Shop. Mylan Moore, senior quarterback. Not a big kid, about maybe 5'9". 7 on the play clock. Takes the snap, throws it into the right flat. Short gain, complete to the 40. Caught by Tucker, but the Rebels on it immediately. Jack Harkins with the open field stop. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Union going with a more pistol set instead of what we saw in that first half with under center and the wishbone, you could say, type of offense. So the Union trying to get back in this ball game, throwing it a lot more than we saw in the first half.
Moore keeps it on 3rd down, but doesn't get much. And what if I told you Kobe Kemp made the tackle?
Wouldn't surprise me.
He did. 4th and 5. Nothing to lose here for the visitors from Newton County. 1:22 clock winding. Send 3 wide receivers out to the left for the 4th down play. It's 27-8 at the half. It's now 40-8. Leake has dominated the third quarter. Throw. Pass caught inside the 30. First down picked up. Zai Buckley trying to wiggle away from some Leake defenders, but finally another Matthew Nowell tackle ends that play, but a 4th down conversion down to the 23.
Yeah, one of the first times tonight that we've seen Joshua Gray out in coverage, or we'll throw it to Joshua Gray's side, I should say. We haven't really seen as much of him as we usually see, so Union really testing the Gray side of the field, you could say.
Now they flipped that trips formation and put the wideouts to the right. Harris in the pistol behind Moore on 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the slot receiver. Tucker's got it, 15, finding forward inside the 10 for a first down. Gain of 14 on the play, and that's another first down for the Yellow Jackets as they move into the David Barham Insurance red zone in the final 23 seconds of the quarter.
Really seeing some momentum being put together by Union offense and Mylan Moore at quarterback. Now inside the 10-yard line for the Yellow Jackets.
He'll bark a signal, then look to the sideline. 6, 5, 4, 3. Will they get the play off in time? They will. Moore to throw it toward the corner. Has a man open, but Tucker can't reel it in the right corner of the end zone. They had him there for a moment, but the pass goes incomplete, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. After 3, Leake Academy 40, Union High School 8. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pets. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back on the 488, Philip Palmertree and Sam Rigby with 12 minutes left on the clock. Fourth quarter getting started with Leake leading Union 40-8. The Neshoba County Co-op, the presenter of tonight's fourth quarter. Sam, Union's on an impressive drive, trying to finish it out and get a little closer in a ball game that's gotten away from them.
It's kind of the opposite of what we saw in the first half. We saw a lot of running the football under center action, different motions in the backfield, handed off different running backs. But here in this drive specifically, we've seen a lot of the passing game going, a couple of short passes to Mason Tucker or some guys like Amari Holiday or Zy Buckley out there on the outside for Union. So haven't seen a lot of passing tonight from Union, but it's clearly working for them here as we start this fourth quarter.
Second and 10 for Union. From the 9, Moore wants to throw, dumps it off left flat, and it's intercepted. Coming back outside the numbers, right side, running with it. Not many people to tackle him. Grayson McDonald, he finally gets his legs chopped out from under him at the 40-yard line, and a flag comes out at the end of the play. But Grayson McDonald with an interception returned into Union territory.
Great play there by Grayson McDonald, making that open field play for the interception, but really it was Braden Welch off that defensive end side that really came in, forced some pressure, and forced Moore to hurry up his throw. He did it on the last play here in the other side of the field right before we went to the fourth quarter, provided some good pressure. So he's getting there quick in there for the Rebel defense, forcing some good pressure. Now the Rebel offense back on the field.
The Rebels have picked off 4 Mylan Moore passes in tonight's game. One of them returned for a touchdown by Braden Welch in the third quarter. They take over with 11:44 to play in the quarter. Flipped momentum in the field here after Union was hoping to put some points up on the board, their first points of the half. John David Gill in it running back at the left hip of George Wilcox. Right, Palokas in at receiver, split wide to the right, 2 receivers each side. Looking, throwing, Palokas catches it at the 34, gets popped out of bounds. Or no, it was incomplete, didn't hold on to it.
I think he dropped that one right when the contact came in, but brings up second down now for the Rebels.
Caden Stovall in the game at the slot receiver on the right side. Second and 10. 3-man front. Gill takes a handoff. He gets sandwiched between two Union defenders who drive him backwards, but forward progress up to the 37. Gain of 3, third down coming up for Leake. Big Aiden Davis, 6'1", 250. Making the tackle for Union. Two receivers each side. Weaver and Chandler to the left. Stovall and Palokas to the right. Gill takes the handoff, gets a block, able to find a crease up to the 33-yard line. Going to leave him about 3 yards short of the first down. 4th and 3 for LA.
Imagine the Rebels are going to keep the offense on the field here and go for it on 4th and short instead of trying to go for the long field goal.
Fourth and 3. They need to get to the 30 to move the sticks. Wilcox looks into the sideline. Shotgun set. Gill, the running back at the right. Quick throw outside. Caught by Palokas. He's got the first down and a couple extra yards. Down near the 26, and the Rebels convert and get the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Saw a lot of trust there from George Wilcox. He missed right Palokas, or Palokas dropped the ball, went right back to him on a 4th down, key play for the Rebels. Shows some good trust from Wilcox to his receiver, right Palokas.
Gill takes the first down, handoff, but doesn't find much. Gets just past the 25, call it the 24, and a gain of 2 on the play. Quintezas Harris, middle linebacker, making the tackle. Now switch at quarterback. Miles Wilkerson, the freshman, checks in for Wilcox with 9.5 minutes to go. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Wilkerson hands it off to Gill. Gill's got a block, goes inside the 20, inside the 15, and slung down at the 10. Good run by Gill. Good blocking up front by Moore, Pucklich, Jenkins, left side of the line. Here in the David Barham Insurance red zone at the 10. It's 1st and goal, Rebs.
Saw Wilkerson get some playing time in last week, the young freshman quarterback at the Bio Academy, now getting some playing time here in front of the home fans at Madden for the young freshman quarterback.
Takes the snap, hands it to Gill. Looking for room to run on the right side, and will lean ahead to about the 8, maybe the 7. We'll call it a 3-yard gain to the 7. It'll be 2nd and goal. William Breedlove making the tackle for Union. First time we've called Breedlove's name tonight. Rebels working 2nd and goal from the 7. Wilkerson comes to Coach Cody Burns to get the call and then gets to the huddle with 15 on the play clock. Rebels move to the line of scrimmage. Got Henley Jenkins in the game at wide receiver on this play. It'll be a handoff straight up the gut. Gill going inside the 5. Gets upended around the 2. Be 3rd and short. 2 yards from the goal line for Leake. John Norton, the linebacker, making the tackle. So some substitutes starting to come in the game for Leake in place of starters who played a good ball game tonight.
Great job by the Leake starters coming in and setting the tone here early against this Union ball club to really get out to an early lead early, and haven't looked back as the Rebels have led the entire ball game tonight.
3rd and goal from the 2. Gill with the carry, gets pulled back, stopped by Breedlove, but it was one of the D linemen who grabbed him by the shirt and held him up for Breedlove to finish him off. I think that was Aiden Easterling holding him up. Loses a yard, 4th and 3, Leake. They've already converted a 4th down on this drive after the Grayson McDonald interception.
Looks like Riles Wilkerson going in. The Rebels are going to go for it on 4th and goal from the Union 3-yard line, I should say. So it wouldn't be surprised if they went back to John David Gill, who's had his hand in quite a bit of carries this drive for the Rebels.
H-back set on the left. Handoff up the middle. Driving the pile forward. John David Gill is across the goal line, and that's 6 for the Rebels. First touchdown run of the year for junior John David Gill, and that's 6 for the Rebels. Rebel touchdown presented by Weaver Taxon Accounting.
John David Gill was the man of the hour on that drive. A lot of carries for Gill. 8 total plays on the drive for the Rebels. Capped off with the John David Gill 3-yard touchdown run. Rebels now lead 46-8 as Matthew Now will come on for the point after attempt.
Here's the kick. It's up and away, very high, and it's good. With 5:32 to play, Leake leads it. And we've got running clock now, 47-8. We'll be back with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff after this.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station.
Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank hovers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Boswell Media Sports.
Running clock situation, final 4 minutes and change of the Neshoba County Co-op fourth quarter. Here's Matthew Nowell coming forward for the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff, and he'll sky kick it, but whoa, way behind the bench on the Union side of the field. That's going to put the Yellowjackets in business at the 35.
Last drive for the Rebels, it was an 8-play drive that started out with some of the starters in there, but some other second stringers hopping in for the Rebel offense, really helping push them down the field. And it was capped off by a lot of John David Gill runs on that drive. Capped off with a 3-yard touchdown run. John David Gill running it in for 6. Rebels now lead 47-8. Clock ticking away just under 3 minutes, 30 seconds in the fourth. That's your performance therapy reset.
Second straight week there's been running clock. We'll look at some of the new players in the ballgame. Defensive front, Talon Dillard out there, Alex Olivo, Caden Monk, and also Dylan Whittinghill coming on to replace Owen Hitt. Seeing Henley Jenkins at cornerback. Jake Rudolph at linebacker. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just saw Jake Rudolph running there along with Jack Johnston. The Braden Johnson, Jack Johnston had a big effect on the defense last week with some good tackles against Bayo. Now in there against Union.
First down, Rebels wrap up the running back right at the line of scrimmage. First carry tonight for Keonta Moore. He gets nothing. Caden Monk in there on the stop. Middle linebacker Joey Saki in the game, and out at cornerback Mason Middleton. Looks like Tanner Stovall coming in at cornerback. We've got a whole new 11 out there for Leake defensively. 2:15, the clock ticks. Union not in any hurry. This one's really a lost cause for them. They're going to fall to 0-3 tonight.
Yep.
With a game against much bigger school next week in Newton County Academy.
Yep. Back-to-back games for Union, having some really tough short losses, but Rebels really took care of business tonight with a big blowout lead over Union.
There's another TFL for the Rebels. There's Caden Monk again out there with Dylan Whittinghill. Also got Gavin Gamillion out there on the field for Leake. Playing at linebacker. Also give Half a tackle there to Talon Dillard. 3rd and 13. Moore's going to trot over to the sideline with minute 19 and the clock draining. We'll see what Coach Wren and company want to do with this. They're running, the officials reset the play clock, so we'll keep this thing rolling down under a minute now. There you go. Higher power set it there. Handoff going to Landon Holiday. He's got good yardage. And then he fumbled it and it went out of bounds. He was stopped about 2 yards short of the first down and fumbled it forward. The officials say move the sticks. Under 40 seconds to play. About 3 or 4 Rebels out there. Braden Johnson, Mason Middleton out there making the stop. Ball marked at the Union 48-yard line. They've got a lot of clean jerseys, fresh ball players in the game. Mylan Moore, the quarterback, hands it off, and the Rebels stop him in the backfield. Great job. Talon Dillard stopping Keonta Moore. That's going to be the last play of the ball game. We'll take it down the last 5 seconds toward a Rebel victory, their 3rd in a row. And we've gone final here in Madden. Final score, Union and Leake. It's the Rebels 47 and the Yellowjackets 8. We've got the Woodstock Furniture postgame coming up after we take this break here as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers in Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
Now, Bob, when we started the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, this wasn't exactly what we had in mind.
I'm sorry, but they're my babies. We're about to go grab lunch and then head to the farm.
Well, where are you headed?
Rosebud General Store, out there in Rosebud on Highway 487 East. Nothing but the best for my babies. They got everything you need for your farming family.
Well, your calf sure is sweet. Does she have a name?
There's the Cow Patty.
Whoa, let me get this straight. You named her Cow Patty?
No, sir. It's what you stepped in.
Ew.
Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find, right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727.
Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Big discounts at Triple M Motors. That's right. Big dealer discounts plus GM consumer rebates means you save big.
Not in the market for a new ride? Check out our pre-owned.
Triple M Motors carries a good selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Stop by or check us out on the web at triplemmotors.com. That's triplemmotors.com.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family-owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Boswell Media Sports.
And we pull the rope to start the Woodstock Furniture postgame from Thagard Field as Leake enjoying a 47-8 win over the Union Yellowjackets tonight. Rebels are now 3-1 on the season, have road game at Heritage next week, but Sam Rigby's, of course, here with us, the Gilbert Barham color commentator, and that's sponsored by Rosebud General Store to talk about this game. And as you said it during the fourth quarter, the Rebels got an early start. They didn't mess around. They got up with 2 quick scores through the air and really never looked back.
Absolutely not. The Rebels have been really into a hot start the past couple of weeks with some good offensive performances against Bio and Starkville Academy, and tacking it on with another great performance here by the Rebels on both sides, offense and defense, against Union, a solid ball club last year.
And you got to give Union credit. They played a physical ball game. They fought hard, got some things going their way on the ground in the second quarter, ate up some clock and time of possession, but they only ended up getting 1 score out of it. And it's the Rebel defense, especially guys finding the ball when it was in the air, that really kept Union from getting back in the game.
A lot of balls bounced in the Rebels' way tonight. A lot of deflections, whether it be just tip catches that Union receivers didn't bring in, led right into the Rebels' interceptions. That's how they got a couple of them. But Rebels being in the right place at the right time is the story of the defense tonight, holding the Union ball club under 10 points this year. First time they've been held under 10 all year. So a great job by Rebel defense tonight, and another great job by the Rebel offense.
Interceptions tonight for Matthew Nowell, Jack Harkins, Braden Welch, and Grayson McDonald. And the Welch interception was a pick 6. He's had 2 in his last 2 ball games. So Leake led at 27-8 at the half, and now and wins going away 47-8. Good night all around for the Rebels, running the ball and passing the ball. We've got the Woodstock Furniture postgame going on. Shortly, we'll take a look at some scores. Right now, Rebels head coach Brian Pickins has walked into the press box, and while he gets ready, we'll say again, tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association, and all the stats, scoring, resets tonight presented by your friends at Performance Therapy. Now we've got head coach Brian Pickins with us. And, Coach, I'll let you in on the conversation Sam and I were having. 2 things stood out to us tonight. One, the ball club got off to a fast start. And then when started getting punched back a little bit in the second quarter, got some good defensive stops, and we just had a knack for snatching that ball out of the air tonight.
The turnover, the interceptions were huge tonight. What was it, 5? Isn't that what it was? Yeah. You know, we preach that, and then you feel good when it finally shows up on the field. But the DBs did a heck of a job. I know, what was it? Nowell had an interception. Jack had an interception.
Had a couple. Braden had
2.
1.
Yeah. Jack had 2.
Braden
had the pick 6, and then
Grayson McDonald got 1.
So, like I said, they did a great job. I thought defensively, you take a team like this who has been putting points up on the board last 2 weeks, and you hold them to 8 points. They, like I said, just a great job. That's a very physical football team. When I heard you say, we jumped out to a fast start, looked like everything was going our way, and then next thing you know, we had and I told them that was huge. We had the kind of questionable call down there, and that was huge because it put our backs up against the wall. And to me, that's what I wanted to see. I want to see, because we got a lot of confidence for the last 2 weeks. We've had some confidence builders, and now our backs were against the wall. And then that, right there before halftime, I think now picked it off. I want to say before halftime, we had a minute 07, 2 timeouts. We drive down and score. That's what I was wanting to see. We talked about that, in the pregame. I want to see us be explosive. I want to see what we do when our backs are against the wall. And we saw it. And then there at the end, just finishing the game out. There at the end, both offensively and defensively there in the second quarter. The second half, like I said, just real proud of this group and what they did out here tonight.
I said during our halftime break that I thought that after the Nowell interception, we had that 2-minute drive, 2-minute drill going right before halftime. I thought that drive was as impressive as anything I've seen this team do offensively this year. I thought we managed the clock well, got some good chunk plays, made smart decisions, and wound up with some valuable points going into the break.
Well, yeah, that's one of those things we practice every week, our 2-minute drill. And, we'll just basically throw the ball down and say, here you are. We'll just make up a time. You've got this many timeouts or this many timeouts. And so, first thing we said was a minute 07, 2 timeouts. Here we go. Let's go. And they did just that. And what was impressive is, on that drive, George's helmet comes off, and we had something, with Weaver, and I thought Weaver was going to just go score on the run. Yes. That would upset all the receivers. The quarterback if he had done the 2-minute drill on foot, but no, because he's explosive back there, and we've got some things we'd like to look at him doing, but he shot out of there, and
he shot out of there for about 27 yards, 30 yards, and set us up really nicely midfield. Yeah.
And what was it, early in the game? I know now has some big plays that, a lot of times you're on the sideline, it's hard to see, and I know he has some big catches down there in the end zone.
Yep, he ends up with the night, Matthew now with 3 touchdown passes. So a lot of good things happened in this ball game, and they happened because of hard work and preparation. One more thing just from the action of the game that stood out to me was in that second quarter when we were getting that counter punch from Union, and they were, holding the ball, time of possession. They were running that little double wing and getting that little backside give going. I thought as the game went on, our guys adjusted to that and really put a stop to it when they were trying to, particularly to run between the tackles.
Yeah, that's an offense you don't see. You hate to say it, it's a technique you don't really work with your D-line because nobody does it anymore. And, back when I was, a young coach, and, heck, probably not even 20 years ago here, 15 years ago here, we ran the same style offense, and that's just, that's what you did every year was you got ready for that particular style offense. And, your D-line now, they're so used to seeing more, zone, things like that. It's just a little different technique. So they had to adjust on the fly. You're exactly right. It's a hard-nosed offense. It makes you group mentally tough, and I think we grew up as we went, and I didn't think we panicked. Biggest thing was tackling. As they would break free, we would make big tackles. Well, the linebackers had some huge tackles on the edge. Secondary guys were tackling, and they weren't giving up the big play. And when you play an offense like that particular style offense, you can't give up the big play. And they did just that. They kept letting us remount, see it again, and I always say it's all about how many looks you get at something. And if you get a lot of looks at it, you can, you're better off in the long run.
And then the final thing I'll point out defensively, you talked about the linebackers. I don't have official stats on it, but if Kobe Kemp, if he had, he certainly had to have something close to about 15 tackles tonight. He was
he was everywhere.
Getting his name called all throughout the game. Tremendous effort from one of your leaders there.
And had some big hits. You could, it's one thing when you watch a kid tackle, nothing when you can hear him tackle. And there was a few, I was hearing him tackle. So he was everywhere. And like I said, that style, that style offense will work a middle linebacker pretty hard. So he stepped up to the challenge, did a great job tonight.
It was a great effort on senior night, and we'll hit the road for Week 5 contest. Got to go to Heritage, a ball club that's made some strides from last year, playing a lot better, and no doubt we'll have a challenge in front of us again next week.
Yeah, yeah. Heritage got a really good football team. They're playing really well. They got a lot of momentum right now, so it's going to be a tough game. But one thing I do want to say, we talk about this a lot on the radio show, the maturity level, this particular group. One thing that I did tell them in the post game, the mental maturity that it took these kids to get ready. Because of the storms, we took off. We took off Thursday. We couldn't have school for Thursday because the weather conditions. So we basically had a Thursday Wednesday combo Wednesday, and we didn't see these kids again till today. And people don't think about it, but all week you were getting your mind prepared to play, physically, mentally, and they weren't even at school Thursday, and they came in today and, like I said, had a really good game with a quick start, and then just hard-nosed defense, and from there, like I said, just really proud of them.
Yep, a lot to be proud of. I know you're excited about what this team did tonight. Congratulations to you and the Rebels, and we look forward to taking on Heritage next week.
That's right. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Coach Brian Pickins joining us on the Woodstock Furniture postgame and talking about the Rebels' 47-8 win over Union. We'll put Sam back on, and we'll put a bow on this one. But first, we'll take a look at a few scores. We won't go into great detail, but we want to direct you to Kicks96news.com, where the scoreboard widget will be up all night and into tomorrow morning, where you can check on scores all over the state of Mississippi. But we'll concentrate on the ones in our neck of the woods. Morton putting away Leake Central 50-26 late fourth quarter. West Point and Noxubee County in a good one. The Green Wave leading 20-18 in the fourth quarter. Pelahatchie and Lake just putting up points left and right. Lake leads late fourth quarter 44-36. Looking at a few others in the area. Grenada pulling away from Oxford, leading 41-22. That game was a 2-point game at the half, but the Grenada Chargers getting the best of it. Hartfield just stomping PCS 62-0 down in Hattiesburg in a running clock situation. First score we've seen tonight, Bio has rebounded. They're leading Starkville late in that game, 23-21. I got to tell you, that Bio team I saw last week, I wouldn't have think they could score against Starkville, Sam.
I wouldn't have given them 23 against Starkville for sure, but good to see Bio bounce back this week.
So that'll be an interesting one to see how that ends. And how about a basketball score here? Brandon, third quarter score, Brandon 55, Clinton 52. We'll see who makes free throws down the stretch in that one.
They might as well not even brought the defense to that game.
Yeah, defenses didn't get on the bus, apparently, for either one of those ball clubs. But that's exciting. Wayne, halftime score 14-12 over Columbia Academy. I think we gave you that one, and that one has not been updated. A couple of finals. Ridgeland defeats North Pike 33-6. And we'll see if any others. Newton County defeats Newton County Academy. No, it's a Newton County High. Well, I'm not sure that's correct. Anyway, 29-22. I think that's Newton County Academy. The scoreboard says that it's Newton County High School. Nanawaya 16-14 win over Stringer. And Starkville puts down Meridian 28-15 up in Oktibbeha County tonight. Winona ekes out a 24-20 win over Kosciuszko. And Scott Central blows out Leake County 43-8. My partner, Sam Rigby, good night at the ballpark. Things went well, and this team's getting a little bit better every week, and that's a little bit scary.
That's something that definitely other teams in the district will keep an eye on, as the Rebels are hot coming into district play.
All right, we hope you'll join us next week for trip to Columbus. If you can't be there, be at the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. Be at your radio at Cruising 98.3. And we'll tell you all about it. So we appreciate Ashley Davis being our studio producer tonight, Billy Steen, our producer-director tonight, helping with our new satellite hookup that we think worked pretty well. So we appreciate his work on that this week. Always appreciate Sam Rigby Here at my side is my broadcast partner and Brooklyn Wade on the action camera. For all of them, I'm Philip Palmertree saying thanks for listening and watching. That'll do it for us here from Madden, where Leake wins over Union 47-8. Until we're together, Lord willing, next week. Good night, grace and peace,